Alright, what's up everybody? We're back with more Pokemon Y Hardcore Deathless Nuzlocke. So this should be the final stream that we do of this challenge, hopefully, as long as we, manage to win. Hopefully I don't have to reset all the way back to the beginning. But yeah, last time we got the 8th gym badge. We got pretty much all of our encounters except the one for Victory Road, which we haven't gotten yet, so we'll get that today. And we did a lot of preparation for the Elite Four by getting a whole bunch of like TMs and such. I think we're all good to go. I think we pretty much have everything we're gonna need. It's just about bringing our A game and getting through all of the remaining trainers left to fight, and hoping that we have good enough plans in place to beat the Elite Four and become the champion. So let me go ahead and pull up the stream, and then we can go ahead and get started here. That looks good. Just gotta pull that up. Yeah, it's taking a little bit of time to load. We'll give that a second. Okay. So, I'm doing good, Brett. How are you doing? Yeah, we're just getting started. Hopefully this will be the last stream I do for Pokemon Y here. Then we can move on to the next challenge. Good, you're still on vacation. Only 4 days left and I will be home. Well, I hope you enjoy yourself. Hope you had a great time and continue to have a good time until you get back. We back? We are back, Doctor. And I just gotta set the team because I know I had the team all cattywampus when I was catching that that Dragonair. That was the last thing we did during the last stream, was we caught a Dragonair, which has Brave Nature, not bad, plus attack minus speed. We are definitely going to be coming back to that in a second, but I need to reorganize the team here. So let me think. Well, I think actually I'm going to put that Dragonair on the team. I think we do want Dragonite because with Victory Road, I still want to fight every trainer. I feel like it adds more to the challenge, right? So I want to fight every trainer in Victory Road, and I want to try to go back to the PC box. As you know, the least amount of times to go back to the PC box as possible if I can. So we're gonna have Dragonair, Steelix will keep, Nidoking will keep, Barbaracle I think over Gyarados, at least for that first fight, because I know that first fight is against like a Weavile. And then what about Goodra? I don't think I want Goodra here. I think I'm gonna bring Charizard. I think Charizard will be good for this. Have you heard of the fan games for Spyro? They have some custom levels made as well. They are the Spaghetti Spyro fan games levels as well. Might add fan game levels for Sheila, Sergeant Bird, Bentley, and Agent 9 as well, hopefully. I did see one that was like a co-op mod, like that allows you to play as both Spyro and Crash and like Year of the Dragon. That was pretty goddamn cool. I'm excited whenever that gets like a full release. Lad's a fiend. Apologies, I'm always one. Never forget France, Argentina this weekend. I haven't been keeping up with the World Cup. All I know, I think, is it Argentina's the one that like there was like some sus calls or controversy with, right? Yeah, but I haven't been keeping up with the World Cup too much. Messi Bappy showdown? Oh heck yeah. Yeah, didn't Messi has like the most goals, right? And like he got like over some milestone for like the most goals or most career goals or something like that. Pretty crazy stuff. I would love to see those mods have Sheila, Sergeant Bird, Bentley, and Agent 9 levels. Hopefully they might. But yeah, I was impressed with the one I played. Alright, let me set items the way I need them to be. I'm pretty sure I still have Smoke Ball on Florges, I think. Fun fact about that, so at the end of the last stream when we caught that Dragonair, obviously Dragonair was like a 5% chance to encounter with the Super Rod. So Basculin was one of the other Pokemon that you could encounter, which was like a high chance of encounter. I think it was like 30 or 35%. And we kept getting Basculin. And with the Super Rod, all those Pokemon are like level 50. And Basculin, exactly at level 50, learns Final Gambit. And that took my breath away when that happened. Thankfully, Basculin doesn't have an insane HP stat, so we didn't lose our Pokemon. But that was close. So I put Smoke Ball on Florges so that didn't happen anymore. Alright, so we got, let's see. I need the Flame Plate. Yeah, Flame Plate on Charizard. And then I think we'll put Sky Plate on Dragonair. I might also have a Sharp Beak too. No, we have Sky Plate. Okay, let me check their items really quick. Double check everything looks fine. I think I also, because that first encounter in Victory Road is going to be against a Weavile that I believe knows Low Kick. I'm going to put the Chople Berry on Barbarical, because he's going to be my best counterplay for that. And as for TM, speaking of Barbarical, I need to teach him Brick Break. I'm pretty sure he still only knows Rock Smash. Obviously, Rock Smash has been very outdated for a while now. And we got Brick Break not too long ago, so we can finally give that to him. Messi got lucky and the refs missed a critical foul. Bappy Messi was the last World Cup, and I think it is coming back. Oh, heck yeah. That's always exciting. Rematch. Alright, let me also grab Murkrow really quick. I'm just using Murkrow so that we can go grab vitamins from Laver City. There is one trainer that I'm a little bit worried about. I just want to make sure that Florges hits the range if it needs it. It probably doesn't. I think it has enough special attack already. But I think it's closer than I'm led to believe. So I think I need just to make sure. And while I'm here, also get some... We'll get... Buy like, we'll buy 6 calcium. We'll get like 5 carbos and also get a bunch of zinc for later. Actually, I'll buy 10. We have the money for it. Let's do it. Okay. And then I'll edit the team in the bottom left. Obviously, that is very inaccurate right now. Alright, back to Snowbell City. Maybe those mods could have character select to choose between Spire Shield, Sergeant Bird, Bentley, and Agent Knight. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, the one I played was able to swap between Crash and Spyro, so I'd imagine they would be able to do other characters that are already in the game. I was hoping to see those mods have Spyro 1 and 2 enemies in those levels as well. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, like mix match them. I don't know how easy, like obviously I'm not like a mod or anything like that, so I'm not sure how easy it is to kind of like, you know, cross-stitch the games like that. But it would be cool if they could. Yeah, we're going to put Steelix back on. And then we're going to level everybody up here. We want everyone... Well... Let me deal with that first trainer. That's, I don't need to repel right now. Let me deal with that first trainer that's at Victory Road. I think the only Pokemon I'm going to be using for that fight is Florges. After that, I'll probably level everyone up to 61. Just want to make sure we're at no risk of over-leveling or anything like that. I'm a huge France fan, although I hate having to censor that for Twitch TOS. God dang French people. Lad is roiding up the animals. Yes. I gotta make sure they're fighting fit. Otherwise, it'll be bad news. Again, I think Florges has plenty of special attack at this point. But why not give it more? We don't need the zinc, but I do want to use those Carbos on Dragonair with that minus speed nature. Again, don't really think it would matter too much. Just want to make sure we don't have any regrets. Dragonair, since I got it just last time I played, it has no, 0 EVs across the board, so it needs a little bit of help to catch up with the rest of the team, I think. I will rare candy them at least to 60 for right now, but I think I want to go to 61 just after I deal with this guy. Okay. Stone Edge, no. Yeah, Barbarical's moveset is about to get a little bit crazy. We'll talk about it later. Right now, it looks fine, you know, just from a normal glance. But it's gonna get wacky. It's gonna get wacky. And I'll explain why it's gonna get wacky later. But for now, Dragonair's evolving. Let me go ahead and take this time to edit our team. Got Dragonite on just now. Charizard. And then who else? It's Barbarical, right? Yeah. Okay. There we go. Everyone is here. And he wants to learn Wing Attack. Go ahead and do that over... Oh yeah, this moveset needs to change. I completely forgot. This moveset is absolutely trash. We'll get rid of Dragon Tail, I guess. A lot of Spyro fans ask about these mods, about wanting Sheila, Sergeant Bird, Bentley, and Agent 9 levels, and even Sparks levels as well. Yeah, that would be fun. I'd approve. How about a little more? Yeah. Now that's a lot of damage. You name the Dragon Spyro. How cool. That's a good choice. Yeah. It kind of is a little bit of a bad name just because it's a female Dragonite, but listen, we can gender bend Spyro. That's fine. All right, and then what other moves? I know I want Dragon Dance on. I think that gets learned at level 61 for Dragonite. We have Roost now, right? So let's teach it Roost. Teach it Roost over Aqua Tail, I suppose. And then, like I said, we get Dragon Dance later. Okay. Anyway, we have Florges in the lead slot, right? Okay, because this guy has a Carbink, Raichu, and a Kingdra. So Florges should easily destroy this guy. Your total number of badges is 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, you have all 8. Well then, allow me to test your abilities. Alright, Ace Trainer Robbie. This is the first guy on our list. We're gonna fight all of these guys to prove that we are in fact the very best, like no one ever was. Alright. So let's start by using Calm Mind with Florges here. I'll set up as much as we can, I suppose. It'd be great if Winds and Waves uses the power of the Switch 2 to finally introduce level scaling for objectives. Would be nice. I mean, if we're going to make an open world game, it definitely has to have some kind of proper level of scaling, right? Otherwise, you're making... You might as well just make it linear at that point. Alright, we'll keep going Calm Mind. I don't really think we need to get to +6 here. I think that's overkill. But I've learned with these games to never hold back. Even when you think that you have a 100% win rate, act like you don't. Not gonna happen. More than likely, they will just make it back to 2.5 dimensional. That would be interesting. But I don't know. I mean, from what they've shown of it, it hasn't been that much. Alright, one more Calm Mind, then we'll go Wish, and we will just start sweeping. Again, this is probably completely unnecessary, but like I said, with these games I have learned one thing: never, and I mean never, take chances. Alright. Florges, delete Carving from existence with Moonblast. A critical hit? I don't think that mattered. I'm pretty sure we would have killed probably just +2. Then we got Kingdra coming in. Kingdra's obviously weak to Fairy. It's also not in that elite of a speed tier, so yeah, we're gonna outrun it. So down goes Kingdra. And finally, it's Raichu. Raichu probably will outspeed. It's not like that elite of a speed tier, but it's fast enough. Also, when it uses Quick Attack, that also helps. There we go. Okay. You and your Pokemon have tremendous power. Keep on surging into the future. We get a bunch of money for winning, and this guy will finally let us go past and climb Victory Road. Fantastic. Please allow me to say it once more. Fantastic. May the road you and your Pokemon follow be filled with joy and success. Alright. It's time to lock in, because from here on, there are no friendships in Pokemon. All of these trainers are trying to kill you. They are all trying to end your run. They're pulling no punches, and a lot of them, I think almost all of them, have customized movesets. So you can't even just cheat and look up what moves they know at that certain level that they're at. That won't work. They have custom-made movesets to trip you up and catch you off guard. So we're going to level up everyone to 61. I think definitely the scariest thing about X and Y, like Nuzlocking, is the random trainers. I think most of the ones that you, like, have to fight aren't that bad. We're going to learn Dragon Dance for sure. I think most of the ones you have to fight aren't that bad. But the random trainers, for some reason, they're just cracked out of their mind. Okay. Everyone is 61. Let me reorder Dragonite's moveset here. Also, let me just double check I have the team correctly advertised over in the bottom left. Yeah, it looks like I've got everybody. Okay. So you're saying I should wash up and get ready for dinner since Streamer Suffering's on the menu? Possibly. There's a lot. They are all trying to kill me, and like I said, with my Nuzlocking, I like to fight all the trainers. I feel like not enough people actually do that. I think a lot of people just kind of play the meta of avoiding the trainers, so that you don't have to worry about like those scary, unexpected fights, right? You know? I like adding that extra layer of challenge, but I do know this one upcoming trainer. That's why we have the Choppleberry on Barbaracle, because it's a Weavile that has low kick, which obviously will do a lot of damage to Barbaracle. But with the Choppleberry, we'll reduce that damage because that's one that reduces the power of super effective fighting moves. Okay. This giant animation. That seems very unnecessary for a staircase, but sure. Alright, Victory Road. We're just going to do this one fight, and then we're going to have to go back to the Pokemon Center because we need Surf to progress. I just wanted to get this guy out of the way. So, let me activate here. Let me sort. I haven't done this at all, and I really should be doing it. Sort by, like, alphabetical, so I can look for Super Repels. We have one regular repel, but that's not what I'm looking for. Alright. Now, we will be getting an encounter from here in just a second. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Let's just fight this trainer first. I just want to spend time with my Pokemon, but everyone keeps challenging me to battles. I ran all the way here, and yet I still can't find any peace and quiet. Nothing is saying we have to fight, but go ahead. Ace Trainer Alonza. Sent out Weavile. So yeah, this thing I'm pretty sure has something along the lines of, I think it has Ice Punch, Night Slash, Low Kick, and some other move that I don't remember. And it should click Low Kick against me. And Brick Break will just destroy it. I think Low Kick would have been fine. Yeah, Low Kick would have done like maybe about 80 damage max. No crit. But I just wanted to make sure, because, you know, Barbarical is a bit of a heavy Pokemon. I don't think it's that heavy, but it's heavy enough that Low Kick is like maybe like 80 or 100 base power. I can see that you and your Pokemon trust each other very much. Get a bunch of money. We're going to get a ton of money from fighting all these trainers here. Suffer or suffer not. There is no try. Don't worry, the suffering will happen. That is a guaranteed. You know, I've definitely been dreading a couple of these fights coming up, but I feel like I've got some good plans. I can just put Citrus Berry, I guess, on Barbarical to replace that Chople Berry I used up. And then let's go back to the Pokemon Center, and I guess I'll try to get my encounter here, so I'll just really quick come up with a team to get the encounter. The encounters here are actually kind of tricky, because a lot of them are really high level. Like, they're like, I think the highest level they can be is 59. And with the level cap being only 65, yeah, it's going to be a difficult task to try to catch one of them. Now, I don't really expect we're going to use any of the Pokemon we're going to get from Victory Road, but I suppose there's no harm in at least seeing what we get. We can always run away from it if we're not confident in our ability to catch. Let's go ahead. I definitely want to have Chestnut when I'm doing this. Where is Chestnut? There he is. Okay. I'm blind. We'll put Chestnut on. Trevenant wouldn't be bad just because it's ghost typing. I like having Nidoking. There's a fair amount of rock types, so I'm going to get rid of Dragonite for a little while. Steelix is fine. Charizard. I think we should put someone else over Charizard. Maybe I'll put Goodra here. Alright. I'm not going to update the team because we're just using this to get our encounter. I will level everybody to 61 though. Just make sure we're all good. Oops. Don't need wood hammer. That's fine. Alright, and then once everyone is good to go, we'll just, we'll try to get our encounter here. We do have some quick balls and some dusk balls, so we should be okay. Do you remember when Hershey started diluting and adulterating its milk chocolate to the point where they were calling it chocolate candy since it couldn't legally be called milk chocolate? What? That's insane. I've never heard of that, no. Huh. Was that just to save money? Or was there like an actual reason for that? Okay, we're gonna have, for the item on Trevenant, I'll just put a Citrus Berry on. Okay, and then I don't think we gotta worry about TMs and stuff. At least not right now. Check their items really quick. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and try to get our encounter from Victory Road, which probably, again, very likely we're not actually going to end up using it, but I just want to get it just in case it actually does become relevant. Cocoa prices nearly doubled in 2024. They thought they could get away with simultaneously doubling prices while also adulterating The chocolate thinking consumers wouldn't notice. Long story short, they noticed. Wow. I had no idea. That's... So why did cocoa prices double? What happened there? I don't know. I don't know enough about chocolate, I suppose. Alright, we're just gonna go and get our encounter from right here. Come on. There we go. Okay. Our encounter for Victory Road is gonna be a Graveler, okay? As you would probably expect. So, Graveler, let me just double check something about him. I'm pretty sure his moveset, he almost certainly is going to know how to blow up, I would imagine. So we obviously should probably throw a quick ball on turn 1. One second. Okay. Yeah, we almost certainly should throw a quick ball on turn 1, so let's go ahead and do that. Pretty sure Chestnut is plenty bulky enough to survive an explosion, even if it does use that. This is, thankfully, a generation where explosion no longer halves their defense stat. But it doesn't matter anyway, we caught it with 1 quick ball, so there you go. Pretty sure it was a solid chance, probably like 80% plus to catch that. Rolls down slopes to moves. It rolls over any obstacle without slowing or changing its direction. We're just gonna name it, I don't know. We'll name it Brock. The grandson of the guy who invented Reese's Peanut Butter Cups was the first to notice and made a bunch of Twitter posts saying that the Hershey leadership were dishonoring his grandfather. I don't disagree. That is, you know, misleading customers is definitely something that you definitely should have integrity as a company. 100% you should have integrity. Not a lot of companies do. But I appreciate that he spoke up about it. Alright, let's head back. Let's actually make the team the way I need it to be for right now, and let's fight all these trainers. So I think in total there's like 20 trainers in Victory Road. And like I said, we will have to return to the Pokemon Center a couple of times because I'll need to sub out some members. But I'm hoping that with the lineup I'm about to put on, we can at least get like halfway through without having to come back here. So let's have Charizard over Goodra. We need Lapras. Dragonite over Chestnut, and then Nidoking Florida Steelix. I think that's all good. Yeah, I just need to update the team. Barbaracle. We have replaced with Lapras just so we have a Pokemon that can surf. I don't really think Lapras is going to be used too much right now. It's mainly just here so we can surf. And I'll need to level up Lapras. But yeah, everyone is correct. The bottom left. Alright. Get to 61. And then also, let me check the movesets of everybody. That's fine. Yeah, everyone looks okay. I think I might... Dragon Rush, I don't think I'm ever actually just straight up gonna click. So I think I'll teach Protect. It's a generally useful move. It'll help Dragonite in case it needs it. We really just need a flying type move on it. And in fact, speaking of flying moves, I think probably best to have Aerial Ace. If we're gonna have a 60 base power flying move, you might as well have one that never misses. Integrity is just something to be bought in private equity leveraged buyouts and sold by pilfering brand loyalty just like any other company has. So. Unfortunately true. It does suck, the world we live in sometimes. You know what? I take it back all the time. Alright. Now we're finally ready to actually start the Victory Road Ascent proper. I promise I won't be going back to the Pokemon Center for a little while. We're going to put a max, or a super repel. We don't have max repels. A super repel on. And I think the next trainer we're going to want to have Charizard in the lead slot. Because I think next up is a trainer that uses a Steelix, Electrode, and a Kangaskhan, I believe. The Steelix I also don't think has Sturdy, so we should just one-shot it with Flamethrower. You look like you'd be a good opponent for my Steelix to gain some good experience. Yeah. Even if it does have Sturdy, though, I think the strongest move it has to hit with is, like, Thunder Fang, which isn't that scary. Ace Trainer Bent sent out Steelix. At least that's what McKinsey says. Personally, I wish companies would just focus on delivering quality services at competitive prices in the long term instead of somehow only being able to see 30 seconds into the future. Would be nice. But the best we can do is another data center. Alright, Electrode comes in. Let's go ahead and swap over to Nidoking. Pretty sure this Electrode only knows Thunder. Again, we're working with custom movesets for a lot of these trainers. So, like, this Electrode I think normally would have Explosion. But I believe it only knows Thunder to deal damage with. It's got Eerie Impulse as well. But Eerie Impulse only reduces special attack, and Earthquake is not a special attack. So there you go. Electrode goes down, and then last is Kangaskhan. I think we all know what I'm about to send out. My ever-reliable companion for physical defensive utility, Steelix. Alright, Outrage gets used. Not going to do too much because it's a resist. And obviously Steelix has so much physical defense. That was a crit, only did 17 damage to this guy. And Rocky Helmet does more damage to Kangaskhan than it does to Steelix. Alright, we'll go Earthquake, which will do a ton of damage. Yep, not quite enough to kill, but definitely puts it in low enough health range where the next hit will. Somehow highly educated business executives thought that people couldn't tell the difference between chocolate and chocolate-flavored canola oil extract. They can only assume they didn't even bother to taste it, or better yet, hired someone to taste it, was told it tasted like less like chocolate and more like another brown substance, but ignored the taste expert because profit margins. That's crazy. Yeah, let's make a product so bad no one will like it, and then wonder why we're losing money. Your Pokemon are the ones that got experience from this match? Imagine trainers actually did get experience in Pokemon. That'd be wild. Only I'm allowed to do that. You just keep losing to the same person over and over again, and they get like to level 100 or something. That'd be wild. Alright, so don't think we need to do anything in terms of like anything special, but the next trainer we're gonna want Florges in lead. Pixie Plate Moonblast should be enough to kill this next Pokemon. I am not a fan at all of this guy. He has a level 60 Machamp. I've been running around in my bare feet to train. Do you have any idea how strong that's made me? I don't know how effective that is in training. You're challenged by Black Belt Marcus. Alright, so yeah, Machamp, again, custom move set. He has cracked IVs across the board. I think everything is like 28 IVs in every stat. And he has Poison Jab, Stone Edge, Earthquake, and Cross Chop. So his moveset is stacked. But with Pixie Plate on Florges and its incredible special attack stat, Moonblast absolutely destroys it. So there goes Machamp. Ouch, you mean running around on my bare feet didn't help me improve at Pokemon battling? A shocker. I wouldn't have guessed. Alright, next trainer we're going to want to have Dragonite. I can't talk to them, I'm trying to. Alright, I'll just pick up this Dusk Ball and I'll meet them halfway. Okay, here we go. Now that you're on Victory Road, I bet you're nervous and excited. Let's see. Alright, so this trainer has a Hawlucha and a Mienshao. You were challenged by Battle Girl Veronique. It's not Veronica. Anyway. We're gonna have Dragonite use Dragon Dance. Hawlucha uses High Jump Kick and misses, so it does half of its health and damage. 10% chance to miss High Jump Kick, so... yeah, that's the strongest attack it has to hit me with. But Aerial Ace now will kill, and obviously we outspeed because of Dragon Dance. And the next Pokemon, I believe, Mienshao, probably would have died to Aerial Ace without the +1, but now that we have +1 in speed, we outspeed it. Very easy. Down goes Mienshao. Like, imagine if Papa John started replacing cheese stuffed crust with cheese-flavored canola oil extract stuffed crust. Oh, there would be outrage for sure. Don't mess with anyone's pizza. Looks like you're a bit nervous, but relax enough to focus. Is nothing sacred if we start messing with the pizza? Okay, we're gonna put Florges in the lead. This guy has a Haxorus out here. And the Haxorus probably will outspeed, but I don't really care. All it takes to go on a journey is a pinch of curiosity. Really, that's it. Because I'm pretty sure this guy, because he's not like an ace trainer or a veteran or black belt, backpacker Fareed, I don't know how to pronounce it, but anyway, I'm pretty sure his IVs are terrible, so even though this is a very strong Pokemon, doesn't matter. Base stats don't really mean as much when you don't have good IVs, and especially when you don't have a smart AI trainer controlling you and you use a not very effective move, I don't like your odds. Alright, Moonblast takes it. Florges gets to level 62, love that. The weight of this backpack really digs into my shoulders. I mean, you could just sit down and rest for a little while or something, you know? You're just walking back and forth on this bridge. Or imagine if Eli Lilly and company started replacing Deloxetine with antidepressant flavored canola oil extract. Yeah, the placebo effect, right? I got, what is this? A Fearow has swooped down to attack me. Truly incredible. Well, Fearow's gonna definitely outspeed Butterfree. What moves does this have? Because I just want to run away. Probably like, what? Drill Peck, Drill Run, Roost. Yeah, and then Assurance, okay. Drill Peck would definitely do some damage for sure. Let's swap to Dragonite, and then hopefully Dragonite can outspeed. Once I do like 1D dance or something. Fair amount of damage, but like I said, we'll just Dragon Dance. And that will give us enough speed, hopefully, to just run away here. Really? Oh, does Dragon... okay, so boosting your speed doesn't, like, increase the flee chance. Is that the case? Yeah, because Dragonite does outspeed. Oh, that's stupid. I thought... because isn't it, like, when you're paralyzed, it factors that into the fleeing equation? Really? It's a good thing I have Roost on this guy. Alright, let me run, please. Thank you. Okay. I want to eat a Pokeball that has a Machamp inside it. As he releases in my stomach and expands for a wonderful moment, I will be filled perfectly by beauty before being torn to shreds from within. Root vegetable, this is a interesting fantasy. But I'm glad that you're gonna die doing what you love. I would want nothing more for you. To go out on your own terms. Or imagine if Planet Fitness replaced their weight machines with purple flavored styrofoam. God dang. Honestly, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if they try to pull the wool over your eyes at some point and actually try to make that a reality. We just get rid of gyms entirely and replace them with, like, you know, like an AR experience. Hiya! You've got some nerve to challenge me. You are challenged by Battle Girl Sigrid. Sent out Medicham. It's romance poetry. It's beautiful. So happy for you. Or replace their ellipticals with purple rodent wheels hooked up to the building electrical grid. God dang. Oh, it's a workout for some animal, you know. Hey, yeah, huh? You beat me. Alright, we're gonna head over here. Wait, was there anything over on the right, though? It does seem like those rocks go to the right, doesn't it? Okay, that's how you get back from the right side, I guess. Okay. And I'm pretty sure that hidden... Oh my goodness. Of course. The Pokemon are coming out of the ceiling now. I love when I put a repel on and then I still get encounters. That's my favorite thing. Personally, I think most consumers would resent being exploited for cheap electricity more than being compared to rats, but I am not certain. So yeah, that's the hidden item. I don't know how to get down there. I'm not going to worry about it. This guy up here, I believe, has a Pangoro and a Heracross. I guess I'll meet him halfway. Moves are a result of a Pokemon's strength. You are challenged by Black Belt Ander. Sent out Pangoro. The fighting dark type, so I think you know what's about to happen with me having a fairy type on the field, but that's a 4x super effective move. With stab bonus, with the Pixie Plate bonus. Yeah, it ain't living that. And then the next Pokemon to come in, Heracross, is actually pretty decently bulky on the special side, but Florges is just too much. I mean, this thing is a powerhouse, and with the Pixie Plate, yeah. Maybe if the Pokemon Company replaced Pikachu with Electric Mouse flavored canola extract. I think people would notice something about those plushies. Alright, we're gonna head up here. This guy, Psychic Trainer, I believe it is a Espeon. Have a Dragonite take the lead. We'll go D-Dance 1, Aerial Ace, and take him out. You don't need to say a word. I can tell that you're here because you want to challenge a strong opponent. Yeah, I'm still looking for that strong opponent because I don't think it's you. Psychic William. How did these people even get to Victory Road? How? Like, most of them only have one Pokemon. Alright. Go Aerial Ace. And that is it for Espeon. I felt your strength with all my being. Alright, we are cruising through these trainers right now. Still plenty left to go through, though. Push this rock. They would notice when their dogs develop diabetes from chewing on their plushies. Yeah. And then they would promptly be sued, I would imagine, if that was the case. Double battle, alright. Well, we actually have the two Pokemon I wanted to lead with right here. So yeah, Dragonite and Florges. I believe it is a Gallade and a Medicham, so it should be fine. I'm going to teach you a lesson. People call us strange for being more interested in perfecting our teamwork than challenging the champion. Alright. You're challenged by Brains and Brawn, Armin, and Hugo. Now, the terms of service for the Pokemon Company is more secure than what I signed up when I did my humanitarian mission to Gitmo. Well, Nintendo is definitely a very litigious company, that's for sure, so I wouldn't be surprised. They just have an addendum that says you suck and you can't do anything about it. Kick rocks. Alright, Dragonite, Aerial Ace, and Gallade is dead. Gallade does have really good special defense, but physical defense, not so much. Same with Gardevoir. Man, this is boring. You can really see the frustration or defeat on my partner's face. Alright, still cruising through these guys. What's up here? Oh, rare candy, perfect. Also, is there something behind that black belt trainer I fought earlier? So it looks like there is like a path that goes up. I'm gonna head back down. I want to save. I could have just gone around him. I didn't know the path was so wide. Alright, there's a Karabos, sure. Take that. And a smooth rock. That extends the duration of Sandstorm. I don't really think that's going to be relevant, but, you know, might as well grab it. Came all this way and all. Alright. Nothing here. Alright. As you can clearly see in paragraph 1423, subsection 5, clause 14, you forswore your right to sue for adulterated plushie-related dog diabetes claims against the Pokemon Company's North American Division Merchandising Company, LLC. Yep, wouldn't be surprised. That absolutely does sound like something that would happen. We joke about it. What you looking at it? You think I'm just doing this fairy tale girl thing for funsies, do you? Get a taste of my power. Yeah, anytime I see a fairy girl, Nidoking is just immediately the thought that goes to mind. Fairy tale girl, Corrine. Azumarill. Obviously, Azumarill is super effective against Nidoking, but Nidoking should outspeed, and I'm very confident that Poison Jab is just going to delete it. Yep. And whatever fairy you got next, I think Poison Jab probably will be more than enough for that as well. Florges. Very cool Pokemon. But it is not going to live Poison Jab either. Whoa, you're good. Okay, next trainer I think is the Hex Maniac that has the Gourgeist. We'll just have Charizard take the lead. I can see your aura. It's got an unlucky color about it. Alright, and then after this trainer, Hex Maniac, Razia. After this trainer, we're going to head back to the Pokemon Center to make some substitutions, because the next trainer we're going to fight is our rival. And we probably could win with the team we have, but I want to make it as easy as possible. So we're going to head back. We have a shortcut that goes back to the entrance of Victory Road right here. Unlucky for me, I see. We're going to heal at this person. Victory Road is tough. Yep. And let's head on back. Gonna have to push this rock right here. Yeah, this shortcut will take us straight back to the entrance of Victory Road, so we don't have to spend as much time heading back to the Pokemon Center, which is nice. We're doing great on time, by the way. We're not even an hour in, and I would say we're right about at the halfway point of Victory Road. So everything is going very smoothly so far, if I do say so myself. Should you have further questions or concerns relating to this or other liability claims about the Pokemon Company or any of its North American, South American, Asian, European, Australian, African, Antarctican, or Antarctic, Jovian, or Martian subsidiaries, please cut your dick off and mail it to our Tokyo office. Wow, they got the whole goddamn globe accounted for. Although they are missing one. They're missing outer space. Just in case you're an alien who is really interested in Pokemon products. Alright, so we're gonna promote Barbaracle to the team again. Barbaracle is just so goddamn good. I think we are gonna take off Nidoking for now. We're gonna want Goodra over Dragonite. Steelix can stay, Lapras can stay, Charizard, I think Florges. Yeah, all these guys can stay. I think we just want these guys. And what we're gonna want to do... not that. We're gonna want to go to their items. I want... Someone's got to hold these leftovers. I guess we'll put it on Lapras. And then I'm going to put a Lumberry on Goodra for a later fight. No, not use it. I'm trying to give it to Goodra. Okay. And then for moves, I want it to be... I want... Thunderbolt's already on. What about Ice Beam? Did I ever put that on? If I can find it. There we go. Ice Beam on Goodra. Put that over Muddy Water. I need Earthquake. There we go. Earthquake we're going to put on Barbaracle. Take off Brick Break for this. Also, I think there's another move I want to put on too. And it's, again, this is where the moveset's going to kind of get a little bit weird, but bear with me. A Protect. Just Protect. Gonna be near the top, I think. I think we got it really early in the run. Hey, how it's going? It's going good, Meepus. You're just in time. We're about halfway through Victory Road. Hopefully we'll be able to beat our Nuzlocke today. Finally be crowned champion here. Oh wait, I don't want to teach Protect to Barbaracle. Oops. Oopsie. Didn't want to do that. I want to teach it to Goodra. For sure. Yes. Body Slam for it. And no, just the balls is not acceptable. Yeah. While we can dilute our products to your detriment, we do not accept shrinkflation as an excuse for failing to live up to your contractual obligations. Wow. This is some discrimination going on right now. Alright, Dragon Pulse. Thunderbolt, Ice Beam. I guess in that order, that's fine. We do want one move on Barbarical. Just making sure everyone else looks good. I have Citrus Berry on Barbarical too. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Okay, so I need to grab Murkrow really quick so we can fly. So put Steelix away just for a second. Well, that sounds fantastic. Hope all goes well. Yeah, I think so. I mean, so far so good. Well, there's still a couple more trainers in Victory Road, and then we got the last couple of trainers, the final bosses of the run. We need to go to Denda Milltown. If you do not find our reply satisfactory and do not have a dick to cut off, we will accept your firstborn in lieu of payment. Well, that's nice of them to offer an alternative. Okay. Let's go ahead and do move reminder for Barbarical. And again, so with Barbarical, it has tough claws, it has an incredible attack stat, so naturally you would think every moveset that I use should be a physical move or a move that makes contact, but we're gonna break that general rule of thumb because I'm gonna do something crazy. We're gonna teach Barbarical Ancient Power. Yes, I'm serious. A 60 base power rock type move, it is stab, but we're gonna replace Razor Shell with it. I hate moves that aren't 100 accurate, and Ancient Power is one of the only moves that Barbarical can learn, at least like that's boosted by stab. That is 100 accurate, and I think in terms of rock type moves, Smackdown it also can learn, but that is a TM you get from the Battle Mason, so that doesn't even apply. So basically, Ancient Power is the only one we have that it can learn that is 100 accurate. And while it is a special move with Shell Smash, that does boost both attack and special attack by 2 stages. And that will matter a lot. I think it'll still be able to hit the ranges I need it to. And I'm going to teach it Ancient Power for an upcoming fight later on. So I'll adjust the team in the bottom left to be accurate to what we have in just a second. I just need to replace Murkrow again. With Steelix. Alright, and so now let me update the team. So we still have Steelix on the team. Dragonite got replaced with Goodra. Dragon for Dragon. So Goodra's on the team, and then Charizard's still on, Lapras is still on, Florges is still on, Nidoking is the only other one that got replaced. Nidoking is off in favor of Barbarical. Okay, I think that's everybody all correctly updated. Just make sure everyone is level 61 really quick. Yep, everyone looks good. I'm going to put Barbarical in the front, make sure his moveset is correct. Night Slash, Ancient Power, Earthquake, and Shell Smash. For now, that is the moveset we are going to use, yes. Okay, let's head on over. Back to Victory Road. I don't know why I always go that way to go around the city. It's not the correct path. Makes me take unnecessary turns I don't have to. Alright, either way. Heading over as fast as we can through Victory Road. I'll have to put repels back on. But thankfully we have that shortcut that we can use, so it won't take too long to get back to where we just were. I like how you also can use the bike in the cave. It's really nice. I've run out of ridiculous 100% true things included in the Pokemon Company's terms of service. Don't worry, they're still going to add to it, I'm sure. Alright. Barbarical is in the lead. Florges is also going to be useful for this fight, but yeah, Barbarical is mainly going to be our guy for this. So let's go ahead and take on our rival. Uga, wait up! I've been thinking ever since that incident in Geosenge, Lysander chose only Team Flare. You and I chose everyone but Team Flare. But since our positions forced our hands, you can't really say any of us were right. So maybe, if both sides have something to say, it's best to meet halfway. So I decided that from now on, I don't want to battle just to win, but to see how you and your Pokemon think and feel. And that's the kind of Pokemon battle I'm challenging you to now. Studies show that terms of service is a war crime. It's a declaration of war. Alright, you are challenged by Pokemon Trainer Callum. This is for the last time this run we are going to fight this guy. Also, oh my gosh, an art sighting with the Lotad emotes. How you doing, Art? Just in time. We are just about to do the second half of Victory Road and take on the Elite Four. Alright, we're gonna go Shell Smash. It's gonna fake me out, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, 5 damage from Fake Out. It doesn't really matter. Psychic will do a lot, but we should tank it. Barbarical is bulky enough. And Shell Smash will make it so that we now have +2 attack, special attack, and speed. We do drop defense and special defense, but that shouldn't matter, because the intent is that Barbarical won't get hit. So Night Slash will take out Meowstic. And then we've got Jolteon coming in, predictably. Then Earthquake. Even though Earthquake is not boosted by Tough Claws, I don't think that really matters when you're talking about Barbarical's 100, 105 attack stat, whatever it is. Yeah, it's strong enough. Delphox comes in. Again, we outspeed it. And this isn't Mega Delphox, so it doesn't have Levitate for its ability. Earthquake will take it out. Obviously, Mega Delphox was a couple of generations late. And then Altaria comes in. So at this point, Barbarical has served its role. It's done everything it needs to do. We're going to go to Florges, and Florges can take it from here. Because unfortunately, I don't have any move that can one-shot Altaria. I haven't stayed up this late in months. It's great to see you. I'm glad you prioritized your sleep schedule, though. over watching my goofy freaking booty cheeks just try to beat a Pokemon game. But it is great to see you too, Art. He wants to commit genocide. I want to put him in jail. We should meet halfway. You know. Lysander, you know, we can still be friends. Come on now. I know he tried to murder us and all, but you know, that's fine. Alright, Moonblast will take out Absol, and that is it for our rival here. Screw sleep, let's do this instead, yeah. Team is looking nice. Have you had any setbacks during this run? I think early on there were a couple of misplays and unlucky things that happened, but I think ever since like probably Gym 3 onward, it's been pretty fine. Probably the most unlucky thing that happened was missing out on the Lucario in the Tower of Mastery. There is a small chance that you lose that fight if you don't crit and then Karina does crit with her oh my god, I can't speak, her Lucario. If she crits with her Lucario, you don't crit with yours, then you would lose that fight. How I ruled it was that Lucario wasn't given to me until after that battle, so we just ruled it as an encounter, and so by losing that fight, it's like a failed encounter and I don't get to have Lucario, so that did kind of suck. But anyway, I'm still no match for you. You know, it's because I met you that I was able to get this far, but our journey's still getting started. Who knows what heights we'll reach? Why can't we be friends? Why? Oh, he wants to genocide me, but why can't we be friends? It's hard to put a finger on where, but I think you and I are alike. And that's why I didn't want to lose to you. But I think the reason we're alike is because we have so much in common. I'm really happy that we're friends. Isn't that the definition of being alike? Is having things in common? Anyway, we got max revives that are just going to get sold. I'm renewing my rivalry with you. I think to do that, you have to beat me. Since you're my rival, I hope you get stronger and stronger as a Pokemon trainer. But we'll keep getting stronger and stronger too. I can master the power that comes from the bond between me and my Pokemon just like you did. Power right on through the Pokemon League. I know you can do it. I think like with rivalry, you do have to beat someone for it to be considered a rivalry. Otherwise, it's, you know, it's more like a big brother, little brother kind of situation. I think Lysander is the first Pokemon evil team big bad who legit just wants to kill people specifically and for literally no reason. Yeah. Rip Lucario, yeah, it did sting. Now I haven't been using like Mega Evolution other than that one fight with the Lucario because they actually make you do Mega Evolution for it, otherwise you can't progress. So I wouldn't have had Mega Lucario, but Lucario just in its base form would have been really solid. So not getting it did sting quite a bit because I'm pretty sure it's a 1 in 17 chance. Because again, you have to not crit, they have to crit, both have to happen, so it's like 1 in 17. Anyway, it's alright. Honestly, I think it's kind of like the curse of some of these like 3DS Pokemon Nuzlocks I've done, because Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, there was also, that was like my first ever Nuzlocke I did on stream, but in that run, there's like a 79% chance that you get Hawlucha in your run. And in all of my attempts that I've ever done of Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, I've always gotten to use Hawlucha, and that was the first time ever I didn't get it. And I'm like, wow, that's like the best Pokemon for the run. I don't even have access to it. But we make do. If there's one thing to know about me, it's that I always expect bad things to happen. And I over-prepare the heck out of every fight I do. Including this one. So I've got to steady my right arm at this angle. My left hand goes on my hip. Next to just bend my knees down ever so slightly. Then stick out my chest like this. What is happening? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't notice you there. A battle, is it? Okay, let's get started. Is she talking about her pose in this? Not really. Anyway, you're challenged by Pokemon Ranger Petra. I thought her pose was actually going to mimic exactly what she said. Anyway, with Lapras here, we're gonna Thunderbolt this Slowbro twice. Nice. Surf when I have Water Absorb. Love to see it. Thunderbolt's gonna take it out. I'm nothing like you. I'm wearing blue, not pink. And yes, I do agree, Lysander is a weirdo. Definitely one of the, I would say, one of the weakest Pokemon antagonists. Because he just doesn't make any sense. I mean, he says he wants to make like a beautiful world. Like reset and make a new beautiful world. But then he also is like having people buy their way into his cult to be the ones to, like, you know, reset with. And it's like, well, that's just corruption. You're not getting rid of corruption if you're using it as the building blocks for your new empire. I don't know. What strength? Just what kind of ranger are you? Do I look like a ranger? Am I wearing red? Well, I guess I am. I do have the, I mean, the hat's more like pink, but the skirt's red. Anyway, I'm not like you. I don't look like you. Anyway, let's keep on heading over. Go down here. There's probably a hidden item somewhere around there. I don't really care too much about it. One here. A max repel. Sure, we'll take it. I think he was teaching you how to shit on the ground in public. Jeez. Petra is also a weirdo. I definitely agree with that. I don't know what she was doing there. Save, because it's been a little while. This person just has a talent flame. If Pokemon can so easily fly and swim, what use do they have for us trainers? What? What? You were challenged by veteran Inga. I don't know what that was supposed to... What does that mean? They can fly and swim, therefore... They have... Okay, did she say that Pokemon don't have use for trainers, or that trainers don't have use for Pokemon? The wording on that is confusing me now. Anyway, I'm gonna just Shell Smash. I gotta stop trying to understand Pokemon NPC logic. I too commit genocide as a form of interior decorating. Callus is heavily inspired by France, so obviously everyone is weird. There you go. It's also why some people have some really weird names around here. Yes, France is super weird. That's why I love Mappy. She means if my dog can walk, why do I have to walk it? Her logic is not very good. Surely Pokemon don't stick by her side simply to have battles like this. Okay. This woman... Honestly, she doesn't look like her sprite. She looks a lot younger in the overworld, but then like the 2D like sprite she has is like she looks more like she's in her like mid-40s or something. Very odd. Alright, there was a hidden item here, right? Oh, it's back there. Well, I'm not gonna worry about going all the way back there just for one item. Alright, this guy, I think, has a Crobat. I think we could lead with Steelix, but I'm pretty sure it's going to know Air Slash, and that can, like, flinch hacks me into oblivion. So I'm going to lead with Lapras first. I started out just wanting the strength to protect those that I love, but now all I want is to keep battling for the thrill of it. Did I lose my way? Is what I'm doing correct? Alright. Get a little bit philosophical. Pokemon Ranger Rolf sent out Crobats. She is peak French. Everyone should be cute until you look closer, right? Now, I don't believe this Crobat has a mean look, so we're gonna Perish Song, and then I'm just gonna... Yeah, because that is why I didn't want to have to deal with this, because I knew Double Team was coming. I'm pretty sure its moveset is like Double Team, Cross Poison, X Scissor, and Air Slash, I believe. So I'm not playing the evasion game. I'm just gonna let it slowly die to Perish Song, and I'll just, I guess, use Protect on Steelix twice. Can we get the double Protect? It's a 1 in 3 chance. Nah, I'm not even cute at the distance. That's why I had to become so smart, to lure people into conversation range. To me, you will always be funny and cute, Doc. Is this what flirting is? I consider all my friends cute. You and your Pokemon just show me what battles are supposed to be about. Alright, we get a full restore. Some people are saints. I meet but few of them. Alright. Not too many more trainers left. This guy's another annoying person. We're gonna want to lead with Goodra, I think. And this is why we have the Lumberry on Goodra, is for this fight in particular, because he leads with Bayonet. And while you might think Bayonet is a physical attacker, this guy, Big Brain, he made it a special attacking Bayonet. Veteran, veteran all the way. So what do you think of my theme song? Now it's time for battle. Okay. I think everyone in Victory Road has some level of brain damage. Veteran Gerard sent out Bayonet. Yeah, so this Bayonet has like Shadow Ball, Dark Pulse, Thunderbolt, and Thunder Wave. And because of how smart AI works, they always should click Thunder Wave. If you outspeed them, they hate that. So they will always prioritize lowering your speed if they can. Unless they see a kill, then they'll just go for the kill. But if they don't see a kill, they're gonna Thunder Wave, Scary Face, whatever they gotta do to lower your speed. And in comes Leafeon. Leafeon, very cool Pokemon. Very strong Pokemon, too. And that's why we brought Charizard here. Because Charizard should outrun it. It's going to use Swords Dance. Okay. Yeah, this Leafeon does have a decent speed stat. It's like a base 95 speed, I think. But Charizard's faster, and Flamethrower is too much. I guess my theme song didn't help out my battling skills at all. These French-ass NPCs are why we cannot have voice acting in Pokemon. You can't let them speak. We'll keep Goodra in the lead. I guess for now I'll put a Citrus Berry on, just in case. I think we'll be fine, though, without any of this. I've been staying up late to get a huge bunch of Pokemon cards into binders. I'll be lurking and watching while I try to get everything sorted. Sounds good. How many cards do you have? I don't know if you can answer that right off the top of your head, but... If battling strategies could be described using colors, I wonder what colors yours would be. Green. The first color that came to my mind. Alright, Smeargle. Pretty sure this guy has a pretty good move set. It's just... It's a Smeargle. So that happens. Gets one shot. It'd be an elite moveset for any Pokemon that had good stats, but Smeargle is not one of those Pokemon. The color of Passionate Moves is red, the color of Cool Decisions is blue, and the color of Thumbs Up is green. Studies show France cannot be trusted with the power of speech. Yeah. Alright. This guy, or this girl, I should say, I believe has Magcargo and Caesar. So we're going to have Barbaracle take the lead. It's got Earthquake. In order to meet strong trainers and strong Pokemon, one only has to battle. You're challenged by Ace Trainer Michelle. Sent out Magcargo. You have no idea too many. So do you... I'm curious, because I've never gotten into card collecting for any card game or anything like that. So I'm curious, like for like some of the more common cards that you have like duplicates of, like what do you do with those? Do you give them away? Try to sell them like in a kind of like a package deal? I don't know. Or you just hold on to them. I'm sure if it's like a really cool card, maybe you'll keep multiple copies of it, but For like the more common ones. Alright, Magcargo's down. Here comes Caesar. Don't want to keep Barbarical in for this guy, but we have the perfect counterplay in a faster, 4 times super effective user Charizard. X-Scissor does absolutely nothing, and Flamethrower deletes it. Man, Magcargo is such a sad Pokemon. It is. Very, very unfortunate. Stats and typing. Battles are kind of like the representation of a trainer's love for a Pokemon. Multiples can be used for playing. Normally you can play 4 of each card in your deck. I also trade with people I play with and help them build new decks. Awesome! I was always curious, because, like, you know, I didn't know if, like, you rip, like, you know, like a couple of packs and maybe got, like, 10 of the same card, like, what you would do with all those. Because obviously, you don't need that many of the cards. Alright. We're going to move this rock. This is going to unlock a shortcut back to the entrance of Victory Road. So we're going to use this. We can actually use our bike in here, so let's do that. We're going to use this to head on over to the Pokemon Center. This should be the last time we have to go back to the Pokemon Center and change up our team for Victory Road. There's only a handful of trainers left. I think in total it should be like 4. And after we get through these 4 trainers, it's time to talk strategy for the last challenge of this run. Officially, there will be 5 trainers standing between us and a completed Nuzlocke. Technically 6 if you want to count AZ in that that battle that happens after the after being crowned champion. I would say it doesn't count, but I also don't think it's a very hard battle. So I'm not really worried about losing to that. It's a trading card game after all. Sometimes I sell them or give them away too. I mean, that is a fair point. I've never gotten into card collecting, so I didn't know if people just, like, you know, if like collectors just kept like a whole ton of copies on them, or if they sold them, or if they gave them away. I didn't know. I mean, I guess it also depends on whether or not you're more of like a collector of the cards, or you're more like actually wanting to play the card game. I think that also depends on it too. So Barbarical I want to keep on. I think we're not going to need Steelix. And Goodra I want to have Dragonite on. Charizard I want to keep. Barbarical I want to keep. I think we're going to have to bench Florges for Gyarados. Because I want Gyarados for Waterfall. Because there is a waterfall you can climb that gives Dragon Claw as a TM. I don't know if we're going to use Dragon Claw, but maybe. Yeah, I think that'll be good for our team. I think that's all I'm going to need. I hope. I'm going to put Gyarados in the lead slot. I probably need to level up Gyarados too. Yeah, he's only 59. So let's go ahead and level him up. I mean, we're very close to the end. I think we can probably get everyone to 62 at this rate. Let's go ahead and get everyone to 62. Level cap is still 65. And I'll kind of explain the level cap in more detail once we get through Victory Road. Because obviously with the Elite Four and Champion, there are some additional things I have to mention in regards to that. You can do it? I hope so, Art. Careful, Art. Flature 44 struggles with 2-syllable words. It can be helpful to break them up. Trade-ing might land better. Oh, now it all makes sense. Not a multisyllabic word. That's my mortal enemy. The English language. Honestly, I stumble on my words like at least 30 times a stream nowadays. It's actually wild. I don't know why I get so tongue-tied a lot of times. I feel like sometimes I just think faster than I talk. And then the words come out like mumbo-jumbo. Also, let me double check my items again. I have splash plate, flame plate, sky plate. I think all that is what I'm going to need. I think we're all good. Slideshow syllables are challenging for people who are not chat. Fair enough. Now I gotta just, you know, instead of interacting with chat with verbal commands, I actually have to write in it. We'll just have text conversations. I trust his language skills. You're putting a lot of faith in me. Also, to be fair, the average American adult reads at a 5th grade level, so coin toss whether he can read the Odyssey. That's why they made the movie. Oh my gosh. To be completely honest with you, I have maybe only read a total of about 100 books my whole goddamn life. I'm not much of a reader. Now, I do read a lot of other things, like, you know, I do read, like, certain articles and such. And I did have to read a couple of, like, research papers for, like, you know, classes that I took in college and high school. But I don't usually go out of my way to read. Although I do play a lot of JRPGs, and there is a ton of reading in those games, especially when the voice acting just doesn't exist for some cutscenes. Anyway. To compare this to mountain climbing, I'd say I'm almost at the summit. Alright, this guy's got a Torkoal lead, I believe. Challenged by hiker Corwin. And Corwin is usually, or not Corwin. That's the guy's name. Sorry. Torkoal. Torkoal is usually a really physically bulky Pokemon, but I think with the splash plate and the fact that the IVs on Torkoal are really low, Waterfall should probably take it out. Yeah. Alright, Golem comes in. Rock ground type. We got the perfect counter for this guy because Chestnut. Oh, I gotta update the team in the bottom left. I forgot to do that. While this is happening, let me work on that. Goodra, we took off for Dragonite. But yeah, Chestnut being a grass fighting type, it's resistant to both rock and ground, which is what I was gonna say. Then we got who else do we have? We have Gyarados and who? Why am I blanking? I made 3 substitutions, didn't I? Yeah, because I don't have Florges on the team. Who in the world do I have? I gotta look. Oh, I forgot to put Chestnut on. That's okay. Yeah, that would make sense. I thought I already had Chestnut on there. Okay. I thought Chestnut was already... I thought I had already added him. My bad. There we go. Now Chestnut's there. Chestnut's on the screen. Yeah. I don't know why I forgot. I thought I had already added him. Brain dead. It's alright. I personally believe that even Christopher Nolan can't make Americans read, but I guess we will see. You can't force me to do it. I refuse. Alright, Golem of course has to have Sturdy, so I have to take another turn. Alright, so yeah, Gyarados, Dragonite, Charizard, Lapras, Chestnut, and Barbarian. Yeah, okay. That should all be correct. Just double checking. Because I usually forget to switch the Pokemon around. As far as math goes, that went out the window when they canceled Schoolhouse Rock. Truly tragic times. The math that I really like is probability. Because I play all these kind of games where, you know, probability is everywhere. The chance of getting flinched, the chance of getting paralyzed, the chance of getting burned, the chance of hitting yourself in confusion, chance of missing, chance of critting. Always gotta know the odds. It's nice though, because ignorance guarantees that I will always have work. Perfect. Never-ending cycle. Alright, for this first trainer is actually really scary, but thankfully we have Chestnut as our starter. If there's any fight that I really wanted to have Chestnut for, it's this one. We're gonna have Charizard take the lead. We're gonna have both of our starters in center stage for this next fight, because the first one is Trevenant. After all the training I've received here on Victory Road, my body is ready. Think you can defeat me? Okay. You're challenged by veteran Timio. So you're telling us you enjoy gambling. No shade, I do too. I will say I had a lot of fun gambling when I was... I think it was like about 8 months ago that I was in Vegas. I had a really fun time. That was my first and only time ever doing like IRL gambling. I had a great time. Especially like, you know, playing Blackjack is kind of a fun game to play. I know like the odds aren't like that great, but Blackjack's fun because it feels like everyone at the table is just able to, you know, cheer each other on, right? It's not like, you know, poker where you actively have to be like, you know, locked in and focused. And it's not a team game, right? Blackjack's not a team game either, but like it feels like, you know, a much more communal kind of game. I had a great time. That was the only thing I played was Blackjack. I played that for like an hour and a half and had just a great time. There were a couple people that came and went. Alright, and then Brick Break. Gambling is the primary motive for mathematics. It's similar to how methamphetamine addiction is the leading motive for the average chemistry student. Nothing brings a community together like gambling. You darn right. Exactly. I bought it with so many people over opening packs. That's a great hobby. Just gotta stay away from those scalpers. Those are the evil people trying to ruin the hobby for everybody. Even with my honed and toned body of muscle and brawn, I couldn't win. Like, in some ways, I kind of wish that I was, like, way better at Pokemon than I am. I think I'm decent at, like, Nuzlocking Pokemon, but I certainly don't think the competitive side, I think that's way out of my league. Probably would be okay, but not anything too special. But I really wish I was better, because if I was able to kind of, like, you know, do, like, competitive Pokemon and meet a whole bunch of people, right? Go to those regional events and all that stuff, that would be kind of fun. But I don't have the knowledge and know-how about that. I've dabbled in competitive play from time to time, and I just can never stick with it. I have fun for, like, you know, a month or two, and then I get bored. Alright, next up, who is next? We've got, oh yeah, this one we're going to want to teach Lapras Protect for. So we're going to get rid of Thunderbolt, I suppose. We don't really need Protect, but it's just better to have it, I think. Because the next trainer And also, I need Brick Break on... Where is Brick Break? There we go. Brick Break. I need Brick Break on Barbarical here. I'm gonna get rid of Earthquake again. Okay. So yeah, the plan is the next trainer leads with Glaceon and then goes to Snorlax afterwards. The Glaceon only knows Blizzard as its primary special attacking move. The other moves it has are Ice Shard, Quick Attack, and Mirror Codes, which obviously are not very strong and they're physical. Glaceon doesn't have a great physical attack stat. So we're going to basically make it run out of Blizzard PP. Go to Barbarical, set up 2 Shell Smashes, and Brick Break should be able to one-shot both Glaceon and Snorlax. You've got youth on your side, but we've got years of experience on ours. This will be a battle of youth against wisdom. Alright, you're challenged by veteran Katrina. And again, we're dealing with smart AI, so they always click the move that does the most damage. So, Blizzard, even though it is a 4x resisted move, quad resisted, it still wants to use Blizzard over Ice Shard and Quick Attack because it just is that powerful compared to the alternatives. And I'm basically just going to protect spam. I just want it to run out of PP. Thankfully, because we're an ice type, we can't be frozen. It's not like it would matter. Personally, I think it's an improvement over prior unifying factors like xenophobia and outgroup oppression. Absolutely is harmless fun as long as people gamble responsibly, yeah. And trust me, there's a lot of craziness going on with gambling. The whole, like, you know, what are they, like, poly markets or whatever? Where you can basically gamble on, like, everything. I don't know. It's some wild stuff. It's getting out of hand. I wasn't listening, but I meant to ask, have you tried Pokemon Champions yet? I have tried Pokemon Champions. I played it when it first came out for like about a month or so. I got to Master Ball tier for like, I guess 2 seasons. And then I kind of just fell out of love with it. Like, it's just how it goes with the competitive play for me. I have fun for, you know, a month or 2, and then I get bored. I can't do Pokemon Champions because my ego can't take losing that much. Trust me, you run into some really annoying teams that you know it's going to be an uphill battle to win against, and then you get absolutely destroyed, and it's like, god dang, that sucks. Because I'm just trying to use fun teams. I wasn't really like taking it too seriously. I made a rule that with every season, I was going to pick one Pokemon that barely got any usage, and I was going to make it work and have fun with it and see if I could get the Master Ball with it. So for the first season, that was Castform. That was really fun because that was when like Weather Wars were at its peak. So Castform did actually have some utility. And then the second season, it was Pikachu. That was another fun one. I basically built it in a Psychic Terrain team. And Pikachu was just kind of like this sort of powerhouse physical attacker that, you know, with Psychic Terrain, you could make it immune to being, like, you know, hit by priority moves. So you don't have to worry about, like, you know, sucker punches and fake outs screwing you up. Cool, I haven't gotten into it yet, but I want to when I got more time. I think the best way to play is to just, like, make a team that uses some of your favorite Pokemon or just some fun Pokemon. Don't play into the meta too much, because if you do, I feel like it's gonna suck the soul out of you. Because then it just becomes really sweaty. Alright, and Big Man Snorlax comes in. That's why I wanted to get the +4, because I honestly don't know if +2 would have been enough, but +4 is certainly enough. Alright. Down goes Snorlax. I can see that youth isn't all that you have. You must have gained a lot of experience on your journey too. A whole bunch of money. And this is the last trainer in Victory Road. So we're going to leave with Gyarados. I'm going to have Dragonite on standby here. We're going to go for this. To cap off your string of battles, I want you to come at me with all your might. So this guy leads with Skarmory. And then the other two Pokemon are Alakazam and Umbreon. So what we want to do, the Skarmory has 30, so we're going to Dragon Dance once just to get some extra attack. I could try to sweep with Gyarados, but I got a better idea. Let's break Sturdy on it. Also got the flinch. Doesn't really matter, but we'll take it. Then we're going to swap to Dragonite. And Dragonite is going to set up Dragon Dance. He has Roost to recover. That's why I wanted to use him over Gyarados, because obviously by allowing myself to use Roost, we can get our health back if this Skarmory gets really lucky with critical hits and such. And we just want to get to +6, and then Aerial Ace should be able to sweep the entire team. Aerial Ace obviously isn't a high base power move, but it's strong enough to get the job done. Especially when you have a +6 Dragonite with a plus attack nature. That always helps. Steel Wing. I think I'll Roost on that. Get back to full here. I think a crit probably only does around like 60 damage, maybe. It is Intimidate debuff, so yeah, I think it would do around that. But that obviously is not that much damage. And it's missing Steel Wing a lot. That's the second time it's missed Steel Wing. In like 5 attacks. Alright, one more Dragon Dance will be a +6, and then we can go Roost, get all our health back, and sweep with Aerial Ace. That should be all we gotta do to take out the last trainer on Victory Road. And then it's time to think of what we're going to do for those 5 last couple of trainers. I got some good plans. Aerial Ace is going to take out Skarmory. It's very bulky, but at +6, I don't think there's any doubt Aerial Ace kills there. Alakazam. Very powerful, very fast, but with +6 speed, we definitely outrun it. And Alakazam has absolutely no physical defense, so it's not going to live Aerial Ace. And lastly, we got Umbreon, who is pretty bulky overall, but Aerial Ace should still be able to take it out. And even if it doesn't, I don't believe Umbreon has anything to really hit with. And that was a crit too. I don't think it mattered, but we'll take it. Alright. I lost with all my might. We get a bunch of money. And now we can confidently say... Hold on. There's a star piece. Let me grab that. We can confidently say that we have beaten pretty much every trainer we've come across during this playthrough. So there's only one thing left to prove. We've proven that we have the right to be here. That we have the right to challenge the Elite Four and champion. But are we able to become the champion? Taking on all the Elite Four, the champion themselves, and not lose a single Pokemon, or else the run is over. So we're gonna buy, I think that's plenty of Hyper Potions. We'll buy 30, sure. And what about full heals, we'll buy a couple of these. I know I'm overbuying. I don't need to buy that many, but that's fine. Will you do the run again if that happens? I will. I'll be back here. But I don't plan on losing. So, to unveil the... Here, let's do this properly. We're going to bench everyone on our team. I'm going to reveal these guys one by one. I'm going to announce them. Here, Linoon, you'll be on the team just so that I can have somebody. We're going to go down the list of every Pokemon that is going to be on this Elite Four team. It's like a draft. Alright, so the first member of our Elite Four team, I don't think this is going to come at a surprise. There are two Pokemon that I think are currently in the front running for MVP. I think, honestly, they're sharing the spotlight right now. And one of those is a very reliable Pokemon that I've gone to countless times, especially on Victory Road. I've used them for so many situations. Here, let me make this an even better reveal. Let's hide all these images for all these Pokemon. I'm gonna reveal them one by one. All right. So it's a Pokemon that I have used countless times over the course of Victory Road, and ever since I really was able to get it to its full potential, which didn't happen until we received a certain stone to evolve it. But once we got that, it never really left the team. Anytime I did bench it, it wasn't very long. It was only temporary. It's been a powerhouse. We're talking about the reliable Florges. That's number one. Florges, Fairy typing, Moonblast, Calm Mind, Wish, Protect. We are going to change that moveset just a little bit. But this thing has never let me down. It is a special wall in every sense of the word. Or of the term, I guess I should say, because it's two words. But it has always been there when I need it the most. It's fantastic. It has to make the team. And for co-MVP, for the second Pokemon that I think is in the front running, that didn't really get too much use in Victory Road and has kind of taken a back seat ever since we beat the Team Flare arc of the game. He's not really been on the team lately, but he has been on the team countless times before then. He was probably one of my most used Pokemon for a while, and it's even more special because this Pokemon already is good normally, but it actually got its hidden ability, which unlocked its full potential and made it do just absurd work throughout this run. And of course, for Pokemon number 2, the co-MVP along with Florges, we're talking about Nidoking. The king himself. Nidoking with sheer force has been an absolute force to be reckoned with. Poison Jab is basically a 104 base power move with 100 accuracy. You still have Earthquake, which does a lot of damage. Hone Claws to set up, and we will be changing Earth Power out as well. The Lonely Nature gives it more physical attack to work with. So, these two, fantastic Pokemon that needed to be on this team. 100% needed to be on the team. Now for the Pokemon that aren't necessarily, you know, even remotely close for the running of MVP. But they are still very good Pokemon, and they're going to help me a lot. For third, let me go ahead and replace the image really quick. For third, it is a Pokemon that only recently kind of came into the picture. It has been something that has, with a simple move, one move, has been able to set up and become one of the strongest Pokemon on my team, capable of sweeping a lot of trainers, especially the rival, a handful of times. And for that Pokemon, we are talking about Barbaracle. Shell Smash is the move that gives it a +2 in speed, special attack, physical attack, and just lets it deal massive damage. Tough Claws is a good ability, although honestly, for this Elite Four, we're not really going to be using Tough Claws at all. We're going to be doing something even weirder, but it's going to work. It's going to be fun, and this is going to be our third party member. For party member number 4, it is a starter Pokemon, and it has been with me for a while, obviously. It's a Pokemon that honestly I really didn't start using too much until the 8th gym leader, because I thought that it was going to be where it would have more utility for, and ever since it's been on the team, it's been very good. It has a way to heal itself with a certain move, and I think we can stop beating around the bush. I think we all know I'm talking about Charizard. Charizard, the guy, fan favorite Pokemon of many people. This thing it has to be on the team. Like, Fire Flying is going to be very good as a typing for a couple of fights in this Elite Four, and it's going to have a moveset that will help a lot with one particular Elite Four member that I was actually really worried about. For party member number 5. 1 second, let me get the image. What's nice about having Pokemon that are really bulky is that you can never have too many of them. Pokemon that you can always pivot to and know it's gonna live the next hit it's gonna take. And this Pokemon is absolutely built to take a hit. Pokemon that we made sure we could guarantee by routing our encounters a specific way and using a little bit of a repel trick to do so. And that Pokemon, the special defensive wall that rivals Florges, Goodra. Goodra, welcome to the team. This thing has more special defense than Florges does, just by a little bit, but it is still telling that it's that much. That's that bulky to take hits on the special side. It also has a great moveset, Dragon Pulse, Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, Protect. That's a solid one to have. This thing you always know is going to live a hit, so we're always going to go to it in a pinch. For the last Pokemon, I thought long and hard about what Pokemon I would need in order to help me ever so slightly. Give me the best possible odds to win. And it's a Pokemon I have not used at all since I caught it. I caught it a while ago, but I have not brought it out of the box. But I had always planned on using it when we got here. I had always planned on using it when we got here, and I made sure we could guarantee the encounter. And that Pokemon that we're going to use, technically the image I just picked isn't actually correct. Hold on. Not yet, at least. It's not correct. So for now, we're going to have it be this image. All right. The last Pokemon that's going to fill out our roster is Chinchou. More specifically, it's going to be Lantern, but for now, it's Chinchou. This kind of, it did suck that Chinchou got Illuminate for its ability instead of Volt Absorb, but it's still good enough to use for the Elite Four. This little guy, we're going to have to level it up quite a bit, but it's all right. We got rare candies. This thing, it's going to earn its spot on this team, I promise you. And we'll show you exactly what it's going to do once I deal with the movesets. But that is the team that we're going to be using, although obviously Chinchou will be evolved once I'm ready for it. So we're going to rare candy everyone up to 65. That is the level cap. And while we're doing it, I'll read chat. I'm sorry that I was ignoring chat while I was doing that whole big reveal. I just wanted to do a dramatic pause there. All right, Lighthouse is evolving. Now we can actually update this to be accurate to Lantern. There you go. Yeah, we got Fairy Power with Florges. Is it maybe premature to be doing MVP already? That's why I said it's the front runner for MVP. Not that it is the MVP. The front runner for MVP. Because we're not done yet. Oh, so Doc, are we going to distract him so bad that he fumbles and loses a Pokemon? That's my life goal. Wow. All right, so we got some detractors in the chat. I'll have to watch out. I'll have to keep an eye on everything. Make sure I'm not making any misplays. I didn't realize Goodra's defense was such shit. Yeah, it's only base 70 defense. But it does have 90 HP, so it still can take it on the physical side. We're not learning Swallow. We're not learning Spit Up. No. I don't even know how I'm going to keep Stockpile, honestly. Deep Sea Small Boy. Although it did grow up a little bit. Lighthouse has become a lantern now, so it's a bit fatter, a little bit bigger. Just how we wanted. Or her. It is a female lantern after all. So we're going to get everyone to 65, and then I am actually going to have to fly somewhere really quick to get a specific item. Because I don't believe we have it. I can check, but I don't believe we have it. It's not necessarily something we need, but it's something that I want to have just to make sure that everything goes exactly the way I envisioned it to go. Hopefully everything works out. Signal beam, we don't... So here's the thing with Lantern, I'm going to tell you right now. Lantern is not going to know a single attack. It's not going to need it. The set that I have planned for Lantern is for it to be all status moves. But it is still going to be a very valuable member of the team. But it has one move in particular that no other Pokemon that I have has access to. And it's exactly the move I wanted. Technically, we do have kind of a diet version of that move available to us via TM. But Lantern has a even better version of that. And it's already a pretty solid Pokemon, pretty reliable. So I figured it would be better to use that. We love a reliable support buddy, absolutely. Alright, we're almost at level 65. Once we have this done, we'll just have to get everyone else to 65. Ion Deluge, okay. A very interesting move. It would be more useful for it to know that move if it had Volt Absorb, but it has Illuminate. Again, I think it's a crime that they even put Illuminate as an ability in the game. It's just so bad. If it wasn't for abilities like Slow Start and Defeatist, I would definitely say that, you know, that Illuminate is definitely one of the worst, if not the worst. Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to give it Outrage, no. Not learning Outrage, we're keeping Dragon Pulse. It does, Goodra does have like a fair amount of attack, like it's like base 100 attack versus base 110 special attack. But I would rather have Dragon Pulse. I don't even think it can learn Dragon Claw via TM. We did pick up that TM for Dragon Claw earlier, but I don't think it can actually learn Dragon Claw. It's very weird. Anyway, almost got everyone to 65. Just need Nidoking and Florges as well. Nidoking's there. Florges 2 levels here. Alright, everyone is officially level 65. Now for the movesets. First and foremost, I need to grab Murkrow and I need to grab Lionune out of the box. We're not going to update the team in the bottom left because I'm just using them for just a little bit to get one item in particular. So we'll bench those two for now. We'll be back. We'll put them on. There is one item I got to get that requires Cut. But now that we've been to this Pokemon Center, we can just fly back whenever we want. So we want to go to, I guess, Anastar City. Yeah, Anastar City. Because it's Route 18. I believe that it's found on. Okay. Get on my bike. Head on down here. Hopefully we don't run into a wild Pokemon. Good. Alright. We're going to cut this tree down. And right here, the Wakan Berry. With this, it reduces the damage of a super effective electric type move. And we're going to give that to Barbaracle. Just keep that in mind. Now then, let's fly back to the Pokemon League, and we'll go ahead and put the team back the way it was, and then I just got to do some TMs. Teaching new moves to Pokemon. Use any and all, like, vitamins we've got. And then we're good to go. It is time. Okay. So, Lantern and Goodra, put you guys back on the team. Also, Lapras, I think, has leftovers on it, so let me grab that from it. Because I am going to need that. Where's Lapras at? Lapras is right here. So, leftovers, let's put that on Charizard. I'll just put the Flame Plate in the bag. You have a Sky Plate, Splash Plate, this plate. Don't need any of those. Don't need Rocky Helmet. Okay, we're good. We don't need any of that stuff. That's sexist. You need to also use an equal amount of Vita Woman. Apologies. How could I be so misogynistic? Truly tragic times. Alright. Let's give Citrus Berries to Florges. Let's give it to Lantern. And let's give it to Goodra. Okay, Goodra already has one. And then Black Sludge is the item I want to put on Nidoking. That's going to be at the very top. It's in alphabetical order. There we go. Black Sludge, give that to Nidoking. You can be that misogynistic because you do not understand the plight of Vita Woman. You got me. Alright, let's teach everybody the moves I need to have. I don't anticipate we're gonna actually click Earthquake. At least not on Barbaracle. But I am gonna teach it to Barbaracle. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to fly again because there's another TM that I have to buy from a shop that I didn't do. We'll do that in just a second. Let me get rid of Brick Break for Earthquake. I'm gonna teach Earthquake as well to Charizard. It will be important. Gonna get rid of Flame Charge for it. Then we need, where is Substitute? It should be somewhere near the bottom, I think. Yeah, there it is, Substitute. We're going to teach to Florges. Over Protect. We're also going to teach Substitute to Charizard. Over Wing Attack. Actually, wait. Hold on. I'm trying to think of something. No, I think it's fine. Yeah, I think sub over Wing Attack. Yeah. All right. All right, and then so that should be all but one move needed for Charizard. Florges is good. Nidoking, I also want to teach Sub to over Earth Power. We don't need Earth Power anymore. At this point, we're kind of all in on physical attack. Yeah, representation matters. I apologize. I'll bring out the ukulele for my apology video. Barbaracle's moveset is almost good. We just need one. So here's the stupid thing. Barbaracle might be the only goddamn water-type Pokemon that can't learn Waterfall. What kind of crime is this? You design a physical water-type Pokemon that has Tough Claws, which boosts the power of moves that make contact, and then you don't let it learn Waterfall. Cringe. So we're going to have to deal with the second best thing we have access to, which is Surf. It's a special attacking move, which obviously Barbaracle is not much of a special attacker, but listen, it's got just enough special attack to do what I needed to do. We're going to get rid of Night Slash for Surf. That's good. Okay, so Barbaricle's moveset's good, Nidoking's moveset's good, Florges is good, Gudra's is fine. It's just Lantern and Charizard. Charizard I need a TM that I have to buy, but Lantern we can probably give everything to. So we definitely wanted to know Thunder Wave. Put that... I don't think we're going to need Stockpile. I have a better idea for the moveset. We're going to give it Flash. Yep. We're giving it Flash. Now, this isn't like the plan A strategy, but, you know, it's going to be on there just in case we need it. And we're also going to give it Protect. Ooh, spicy, yep. It doesn't need that move, but it just helps ever so slightly just to make things a little bit more consistent. So, Protect will get over Spark. Alright, and now I need to put Murkrow back on the team so I can fly, and I can get the TM for Charizard, and then for Lantern I can also go to Dendemil Town to reteach it the move I need it to have. So, Murkrow, where are you at? Bench Gudra just for now. Alright, promise you, after we get these two things done, we're ready. I know it took a while to get here. I honestly didn't realize how much running around I was going to have to do. So let's head over to Dendemil Town. We're going to go to the Move Reminder. We're going to exchange a Heart Scale so that we can reteach Lantern a level up move. I believe... I think it's a level 1 move. Which I honestly think is only in the game just to be move reminded. Alright. So Lighthouse, we're going to reteach you the incredible move, Eerie Impulse. It's a move that harshly reduces the target's special attack set. So it reduces by 2 stages. There is a move that we have, a TM that we have, that a lot of Pokemon can learn called Confide, which lowers special attack by 1 stage. But Eerie Impulse is way better because it does 2 stages. And it's the exact move I wanted to have. So there you go. That's its moveset. The final moveset that Lantern will have for this the rest of the playthrough. Now we gotta fly over to Lumio City. Guess like the south part of Lumio City. And hopefully this is the right Pokemon Center. We'll see. Because I believe if this is the TM shop, this should have what I'm looking for. Yep, Swords Dance. We could have bought this really early in the game, but I never did. But I'm going to need it now. So we're heading all the way down to the bottom of our inventory, and this is the last move I'm going to teach to Charizard. So this, we're going to teach over Roost. We're not going to need a healing move. At least I don't expect we're going to need a healing move. Okay. So there we go. All the movesets are in place. We're going to fly back to the Pokemon League, and we are ready. I'll double check that we have all the correct items, and I'll double check movesets just before we go in. Because obviously once you enter, you cannot leave until you either lose the run or you become champion. Those are the only 2 ways they'll let you out. So we just got to make sure we've got everything. Let's put Gudra back on the team. Alright. Let's check items. Okay. Yep, that looks correct to me. Alright, let's check the moves. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yes. I might want, just for personal preference, I want Substitute be at the bottom. I like Protect and Substitute to be at the bottom of the list usually. So I don't want to trip myself up and misclick, expecting it to be in a different slot. But yeah, this is the moveset. This is a very weird one, but I promise you, It's gonna come into play. Lantern, yep, that is it. And then Gudra. Might make one change here. We're gonna put, I think, Rest on just in case. I want to give it a healing move. I know Rest isn't a very good healing move, but I just want to give it something. So we'll put Rest on over, I guess, Ice Beam. If I can figure out where Rest is. There it is. All right. Just in case. I don't anticipate we're going to need Ice Beam. I don't think any of the Elite Four members have archetypes that are weak to ice except the dragon one, and for that you would rather use Dragon Pulse. So there you go. You're at Ice Beam, learn Rest. Alright, we're saving the game. Let's head on over to the Pokemon League. It's giant door. Bunch of people here. Make this like a museum or something. Okay, and also before I go in, let me just explain something. So the level cap, right, is 65. Now, every Elite Four member, their ace Pokemon is level 65. The rule that we're making here is very simple. Once we enter, as long as the Pokemon we have that we're entering with are level 65, they can level up as many times as they want. It's fine. It's not a big deal, right? It's just going in here, they have to be level 65, and then if they level up during the Elite Four, not a big deal. For the champion, the level cap will be 68, so after defeating all 4 Elite Four members, we're able to level up our guys to level 68. Pretty simple stuff. So we'll do that, and yeah, then we'll be ready to take on the champion afterwards. Alright, let's head on in. Here we go. We can tackle these guys in any order we want. We got a cutscene first. You're the illustrious Uga, are you? Welcome at last to the Pokemon League. I am one of the Elite Four. People know me as the Fire-type Pokemon user, Malva. Here in the Pokemon League, you'll encounter the 4 of us, the Elite Four and our champion. If you hope to meet the champion and challenge her here, you must first defeat the 4 of us. Do your best, because if you can't impress us with your real strength, you'll never get to battle her. But it should be a walk in the park for you, right? The heroine who destroyed Big Bad Team Flare. Alright, let me take a drink of water. Good luck. I'm gonna need it, Art. I appreciate it. So yeah, we can do it in any order, but we're gonna go, I guess, left to right, up, down kind of thing, you know? Let's have, for this first one, I believe the first one is Steel. So we're going to have Lantern take center stage first. Let's double check that this is in fact Steel, because it'd be funny if I'm wrong. Yeah, Ironworks Chamber, there you go, okay. I mean, in France, with how crazy Lysander is, I feel like Heroine also could have defeated Team Flare, yeah. Just gotta lace whatever they're eating and drinking there. With how crazy they are, I wouldn't be surprised if they're drinking the dirty well water. The budget is over the top for this Elite Four, by the way. Do they do this every time someone comes to challenge them? Alright, the first Pokemon he's going to send out is Klefki, and that is the Pokemon we want to really utilize to help us set up, which is why we're leading with Lantern. Klefki doesn't hit too hard, so Lantern should be fine here. Well met, young challenger. Verily, I am the Elite Four's famed blade of hardened steel, Wickstrom. With my magnificent Pokemon at my side, I will reveal the scope of trainer achievement. Let us both give our word that our contest shall be fair and honorable. Ready? On guard. You're challenged by Elite Four member Wickstrom. They sent out Klefki. Klefki is a Steel Fairy type, has pretty mediocre stats all across the board, but the typing is pretty darn good. Only has weaknesses to ground and fire. We're going to go ahead and lead this off with Eerie Impulse, which will lower its special attack. It's going to use Torment. Don't worry, I'm prepared for this move. Eerie Impulse will lower the special attack of Klefki, but I'm not able to use it twice in a row now that I'm inflicted with Torment, so instead we'll go Thunder Wave this turn. That'll set up spikes. That'll damage any grounded Pokemon that switches in. Okay. Go Eerie Impulse again. Klefki has Prankster, which is why it's able to outspeed me despite being paralyzed there. It gives priority to any move that is like a status move. Alright. We'll go Flash. This music is going goddamn hard, let me tell you. It really does feel like the end game. Alright. Eerie Impulse one more time. That gets it all the way down to -6. This thing's going to be doing absolutely no damage. Paralyzed for the turn. Still has yet to actually attack me, by the way. It does have attacking moves. There we go. It tried to use Dazzling Gleam. It just missed. We'll Protect, because again, I'm tormented, so I can't use Flash twice in a row. Alright, -3 should be all I really care about. I don't need to get it all the way down to -6. Dazzling Gleam is actually going to hit. It's not going to do too much damage because of those Eerie Impulses. And now we can switch over to Charizard. The beautiful thing about Charizard is it's a flying type, which means it's immune to those spikes that it set up just now. And because it's a fire type, it's resistant to both Steel and Fairy. So we're going to set up a substitute. Dazzling Gleam does absolutely nothing, doesn't break my sub. Even a crit I don't think would break my substitute. And now we're going to set up Swords Dance. Alright, so we're at +2 attack right now. I think we all know what I'm trying to do here. We'll use Swords Dance again. This will get us to +4. It goes Torment. Now Torment, I had prepared for. And I'll tell you exactly what the plan is to do here. That we're prepared for it. So first of all, we can't use Swords Dance again because we're inflicted with Torment. So we have to go Substitute just to waste a turn. I don't want to kill it yet because I want to make sure we're fully set up. Alright, Sword Dance. 2 +6. Alright, we're all ready. +6 attack. Charizard is fully prepared for this. Flash can't miss, doesn't matter. We're gonna click Earthquake to kill Klefki. We could probably kill it with Flamethrower as well, but we want to kill it with Earthquake. The next Pokemon who's going to come in is going to be Probopass. Obviously, Torment does not go away just because you beat the Pokemon. So, Flamethrower is the move I'm going to click for this turn. It's not going to kill Probopass, but it does break Sturdy. Probopass hits me with Power Gem, but because I have Sub up, that obviously makes it so I don't die. Obviously, Charizard would just get dumpstered by Flamethrower. Or I mean, by Power Gem, sorry. So, anyway. Now, we're going to click Earthquake. Now that Sturdy is broken, Earthquake guaranteed KOs it. It's 4x weak to ground, so no question about that. Next up is Scizor. I can't use Earthquake twice in a row, but guess what I can use? Flamethrower. Scizor being a Bug Steel type, it ain't gonna live that. And the last Pokemon is Aegislash. Aegislash is a very scary one too. This was before they nerfed it a little bit and they reduced its stats by 10 for everything. So Aegislash at +6 we should kill with Earthquake. And the reason why I wanted to I can't even speak. The reason I specifically wanted to run a move that didn't make contact is because if it uses King's Shield, it would lower my attack stat if I made contact with the shield. It drops your attack by 2, which would be very bad. So it does use King's Shield. But Earthquake doesn't make contact, so no worry about that. I'm going to go with Substitute on this turn because I can't go Earthquake twice in a row. And it looks like it's going to attack me. It goes Shadow Claw. That is absolutely going to destroy my Substitute. Very powerful Pokemon. However, it's now Checkmate. Because whether it attacks this turn or it goes for King's Shield, it doesn't matter. I can click Flamethrower when it's in its blade form, and that will kill. But if it uses King's Shield like it does here, it's not going to go King's Shield twice because it's smart AI. They never click Protect twice. So Earthquake should take it out now. We've trapped it. Earthquake is freed. I can use it despite being tormented. And down goes Aegislash. Glorious. The trust that you share with your honorable Pokemon surpasses even mine. 1 down. What now? What sweet, glorious pain and joy now rock my heart, my mighty heart. My will, which even shakes spears, trembles at so fine a battle as this. I am undone. Good lady, you are indeed our equal, and worthy to enter this lofty hall. Easy, child, you need not explain. It is no mystery to me why you came to me first. Nature herself has framed man as such a creature that any would choose to face their strongest enemy before all others. Now, to the elevator with you. It burns with a desire to hasten you on your way. I guess they have different dialogue depending on the order you fight them in, which is kind of cool. I like that. Nice little change. So let's take this time to make sure we're fully healed for the next bout. I also think I have vitamins that I never used in here. I'm going to give all these zinc to Lantern. And then iron, we'll give that to, I guess, I think... I don't know. I don't really think iron matters that much. I'll give it the floor just in case it matters. Protein, you can give that to... Can we give it to Nidoking? Nope. Give it to Charizard. Maybe I'll use Earthquake again. Alright, is that all of them? Yep, alright. Fate brought you to me first. Nah, I went alphabetically. Yeah, I'm doing it in reading format. Alright, here we go. So, Barbaracle is going to be the lead for this next fight, because I think the one on the right is the fire, if I'm not mistaken. And Barbaracle should be the only Pokemon I need for this entire next fight. The Blazing Chamber. We did, in fact, come to the right place. Let's head on up. Okay, the pyrotechnics. It has got to be really hot in this room, assuming those are real fires. Might even be a fire hazard to burn this whole place down. Seems pretty dangerous there. Alright, either way, let's head on over and let's do our second Elite Four battle. Welcome, challenger, to my Blazing Chamber. I am Malva, and I shall be your opponent today. Alright, here we go. You are challenged by Elite Four Malva. Sent out Pyroar. Big thing to note about this Pyroar is that it's a female Pyroar, which is actually a reasonably big deal because my Barbaracle is a male. And this Pyroar has Rivalry for its ability, which actually lowers the physical attack stat of the Pokemon when it's fighting the opposite gender. So, Barbaracle already had really good physical defense. I don't really think it would have mattered too much, but it's even better. Because this Pyroar is a mixed attacking set. It has, I think, like Flamethrower, Hyper Voice, Wild Charge, and the Noble Roar. So pretty much we resist both Hyper Voice and Flamethrower. So it's going to want to click Wild Charge, and that's exactly why I have the Wakan Berry on, just in case. I don't think it really would do that much. Also, it used Hyper Voice, so never mind. I guess Hyper Voice does do more damage than Wild Charge. Alright, fair enough. Well, we saw how much damage it did. It only did 32, so we're good at this point. We just Shell Smashed the +2. I'm pretty sure that's all we need. So let's go ahead and use Surf. There was a chance that it would have clicked Noble Roar, which would have lowered my attack and special attack by 1 stage. But I would have just clicked Shell Smash a second time. Again, based off of the damage range I'm seeing, it wouldn't have killed. And we have the Wakan Berry as well. If it did decide to use Wild Charge, we would have been okay. Surf is going to kill Torkoal. Who said Barbarical can't be a special attacker, man? Don't look now, but he is absolutely destroying her team. Surf's up, Chandelure. And last Pokemon is Talonflame, which is 4x weak to rock, so why not give some love to Ancient Power? And that is it for that Elite Four member. That is a very easy Elite Four member to do as long as you use Barbarical. What news? So a new challenger has defeated Malva of the Elite Four. 2 down. Fantastic. Utterly fantastic. I'll report to all the world the news of you and your Pokemon dominating the Pokemon League. I am a Holocaster star after all. I'm such a busy woman. Beat the last 2 members of the Elite Four and you can face the champion. Alright. Can you turn these flames off now? They're pretty unnecessary at the moment. Alright, let's heal up again. Really just have to heal Barbarical. He's the only one who actually participated. And for the next one, this should be Dragon. So we're going to lead with Goodra. Goodra is obviously weak to Dragon. But there's a reason why I'm leading with Goodra, which we will get to very shortly. Let me also put the leftovers I have on Charizard. Let me move those over to Florges. Okay, so let's head on up. So the Elite Four member 3, Dragon type member of the Elite Four, they are going to lead with Dragalge, which is a Dragon Poison type. It actually has pretty good special defense, although not nearly as much as Goodra does. We should still be able to two-shot it with Dragon Pulse on Goodra. And because Goodra is a Dragon type, based on how the AI works with their swap priority, they should prefer Altaria as the second Pokemon to come out, and that's the Pokemon I want to use to set up on. So let's head up here. Oh goodness, hello to you. Welcome, welcome, come in. You must be a strong trainer. Yes, quite strong indeed. That's just wonderful news. Facing opponents like you and your team will make my Pokemon grow like weeds. I don't know why you would compare your Pokemon to weeds, but okay. We were challenged by Elite Four Drosna. Sent out Dragalge. So Dragalge will hit me with a pretty powerful Dragon-type move of its own, but again, Goodra versus Dragalge in the special defense department. Yeah. I think Goodra's going to win that every time. So this should probably not even do half. Perfect. Obviously we outspeed. Dragon Pulse will take it out. Yeah, I think Dragalge has like base like 30 or something speed. It's very slow. Alright. Then in comes Altaria. The reason why it prefers Altaria is because Altaria knows Moonblast. So because of that, it swap AI prioritizes the move that does the most damage without factoring in same type attack bonus. So that's why it goes to Altaria instead of Noivern or Druddigon, who also know dragon type moves. And those moves technically would be, you know, stronger than Moonblast, but just because of a weird quirk with the AI, they like doing it like this. So anyway, with Altaria on the field, we're going to try to set up a substitute here. Moonblast is the only move it has to hit me with, and it does have a chance of lowering special attack, which would be annoying. But not the end of the world if that happens. I just gotta wake up. Moonblast hits again, and it does lower my special attack, so that kind of does suck, but it's alright. We're gonna get 3 turns sleep, so that's fun. Thankfully we didn't get our special attack drop. That's good at least. Alright, so now we wake up, we get sub off. It goes Cotton Guard, alright. Now Sing is a sound-based move, so it does go through Substitute. So if it wants to be a really annoying Pokemon, it could use Sing and it could put us back to sleep. I'm hoping it doesn't do that. No, it's going to go for an attacking move, Moonblast. That's not going to break sub. And Wish will heal me all the way to full too. Next turn. Calm Mind, that'll go us back to 0 special attack. All we really need is +1. So we'll do that. If we can. Cotton Guard, that's fine. Yeah, go for that. Just want to get to +1, because this should be enough. So just don't Sing. Good. Moonblast is fine. Doesn't break my substitute. Very good. Let's go Moonblast and take out Altaria. The next Pokemon to be sent out should be Noivern. Noivern comes in, so it does outspeed me. This thing is extremely fast. It has, I think, like Dragon Pulse, Air Slash, Super Fang for some odd reason, and another move that I just can't think of right now. But it should click Air Slash against me, and the reason why we really wanted to sub up is because Substitute actually blocks all, like, additional effects of moves. So for Air Slash, there's the chance that you would flinch, and Substitute should block that flinch chance. So because of that, we don't have to worry about the 30% chance of, you know, flinching and then having to play that game where you have to hope it doesn't like flinch hacks you into oblivion, right? It's not a fun game to play. And then Druddigon's last one. Druddigon is pretty slow, so Fleur just outspeeds, and Moonblast will take it out, and that is officially 3 Elite Four members done and over with. Oh dear me, that sure was a quick battle. I do hope you'll come back again sometime. Oh, you're too much. You and your Pokemon are simply charming. Okay. Oh, you're going already? Farewell then. With your Pokemon, I'm sure you can beat the last of us. Yep, I only got 1 left. Just gonna save. Just in case. Towards the end of the last stream, I think the game almost crashed, so I'm just being a little bit careful here. Obviously, we can't reload the save or anything like that if it does happen. If anything does happen, if we like lose a Pokemon or something. Hopefully we don't do that. Now, before we do this next one, we actually do want to change some things around. So we want to put Protect over substitute on Florges. Okay. And then I want to use some of these PP ups that I have to increase the amount of PP that Protect has. Okay. And then we're going to rearrange items as well. I'm going to have, hold on, let me give the leftovers to Gudra. And we're going to put Lumberry on Florges. I'm also going to put a Lumberry on Lantern. Want both of them to have that. Okay. So this last trainer is going to be the Water type Elite Four member. They lead with a Clawitzer, which is pretty darn powerful. It has Mega Launcher for its ability, which boosts the power of any move, like Aura Sphere, Dark Pulse, Water Pulse by 50%. And it's already a really powerful Pokemon, so it's going to hit really god dang hard. Which is why we have a really annoying, but it's the best strat that I could really come up with while making it as good as possible for covering all my bases and letting me hopefully win without any issue. So we do want to use Clawitzer to set up, but I need to run out of a specific move before I can really do that. And alright, we're going to flood the room. I guess I'm going to drown before I get to fight him. Okay. So we have Florges in the lead slot. Just double check my items again really quick. Yep, everything looks right. Okay, let's do it. No, I simply can't stay or say. You there, young lady. I have a question I must pose to you. Do you think Pokemon battling can even be worthy of being called an art? Yeah, indeed. You see, cooking is the type of art that disappears as soon as it is completed. Pokemon battles are the same. Even memories of a sweet victory soon fade after the battle ends. To devote yourself entirely to such a life, made up of fleeting experiences, that is truly artful. The final Elite Four member. We are challenged by Elite Four Seabold. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but we're going with that. Anyway, Clawitzer comes in. This Clawitzer knows Water Pulse, Aura Sphere, Dark Pulse, and Dragon Pulse. Very good moveset. All-out attack moveset, basically. We're going to go ahead and Protect. Against Florges, it should want to use Water Pulse, because all those other Pulse moves are either immune or resisted by Florges. Now, we're going to swap to Lantern. Again, knowing it's going to go Water Pulse, and this is why we have Lumberry on, just in case we get confused here. Okay. Perfect. Glad I prepared. Lumberry will cure that confusion right up. And then we'll go Eerie Impulse here. It's a lower Clawitzer special attack by 2. It'll go Dragon Pulse as the strongest move to use against Lantern. Nice. And we're going to swap out, go back to Florges. Knowing it goes Dragon Pulse, obviously Fairy is immune to Dragon. So here's the thing. Water Pulse has 20 PP, and Dragon Pulse has 10. We want it to run out of Water Pulse. So far, it's used 2 Water Pulse, 2 Dragon Pulse. I'm trying to keep it in my mind, alright? So 3 and 2. Alright, we're going to swap to Gudra this time. Gudra with leftovers should recover enough health that it really won't even make too much of a dent from it taking a Water Pulse to the face. That's 4. So we're at 4 Water Pulse, 2 Dragon Pulse. And wow, this thing is confusing a lot. Okay, swap back to Florges. Because it's going to go Dragon Pulse, so it should be 4-3. 4-3. We're gonna protect. Okay, 5-3. Go to Gudra. It's gonna be 6-3. Swap back to Florges. This is the best way I could come up with a strategy for it, so I'm sorry it's a little bit slow, but it's also safe. 6-4. Seven, 4. Swap to Gudra again. 8-4. It has gotten really good confusion luck here. That's what, like the 4th time it's confused me? Crazy. So 8-4, this is going to be 8-5. We might just be able to go based on protect PP. Yeah. Just I think all we got to do is just like keep in mind like multiply the protect PP by 2 for water pulse and just take it at face value for dragon pulse. I think that's all we got to really do. Okay. So half of its water pulse PP has been used up. So it only has 10 more left to go through. Just got to keep this up for, I guess, what, 15 more turns in total? We can do it. Back to Florges. Okay, protect. Swap to Gudra. Almost there. And this is really the big reason I wanted to bring Gudra, was just because like it is so unbelievably bulky and it can just eat these water pulses. Like Lantern also does have some good bulk too, but Lantern's not nearly as bulky as Gudra is. Gudra is way better at that. Okay, that should be 13 water pulse. Go back to Gudra. It'll be 14. There's 6 more. We're in the home stretch. Alright, swap back to Florges. Dragon Pulse. Go protect. Alright, 2 more switches to Florges, and this should be all we need. Go back to Gudra. We're at 16 uses of the move. Gudra's only taken 15 damage across this entire battle. My goat. More like Goatdra. Alright, protect. That's going to be water pulse number 17. Swap to Gudra. That is Water Pulse number 18, and this should be the last time I'm swapping to Florges. Alright, to Florges we go. This, I believe, is also the last Dragon Pulse PP he has as well. Yep. Alright, so that should be it for Dragon Pulse, although that doesn't really matter too much. So we're going to Protect. This is Water Pulse number 19. And Water Pulse number 20 will be the last. I have Lumberry just in case he confuses me. We're just going to use Wish, just in case he gets like a crit or something. Want to have my bases covered. There we go. Last Water Pulse. Alright, and let's just double check that that was his last one by using Protect. Yep, he's using Dark Pulse now. We're good. Now all we gotta do is just set up and take him out. Again, all he has to hit me with are resisted moves. So he's not gonna hit very hard. Even if he crits, it probably does like maybe not even a quarter of my health, I would say. And he's slower than me, so I don't have to worry about like Dark Pulse flinching me. And speaking of crits, there's one. Yeah, I could have also done Substitute with Florges, obviously, but I was just thinking, like, you know, with Water Pulse, like, it does a ton of damage. Like, I think maybe -4 might have been enough to, like, guarantee that it doesn't, like, break sub. But I wasn't 100% sure if Lantern would be able to survive, like, you know, like if it were to like double crit with Dragon Pulse. I don't know if it would survive that. And while that's not a high chance to happen, if you know me, you know I never like taking chances no matter how slim they are. So 1 in 256 chance, I wouldn't want to risk that. This I thought was a lot more safe to do because obviously it's not too scary going to Goodra and Florges like that. Even if it like kept critting Goodra, I just don't think it would have done too much damage. Nothing that Goodra couldn't take. Alright, we're gonna get the +6, and then I'm gonna use Wish. We're gonna go and Moonblast spam, and this should be all we gotta do. So he does also have, the other Pokemon he has are Starmie, Barbaracle, and Gyarados. We should outspeed Gyarados and Barbaracle and just one-shot him. And then Starmie will outspeed us, but Starmie definitely doesn't kill us if we're at full health, which we will be once I use Wish. Its strongest move to hit me with is probably like Surf or Psychic. But again, Florges is a very good special wall. It can take those hits pretty well. Alright, and now Moonblast time. Clawitzer goes down. In comes Gyarados. Intimidate doesn't really matter because we're doing special attacks. Moonblast again. Barbaracle is gonna get another one-shot from me. And last but not least is Starmie. Also, we level up. Doesn't matter at this point, you know, this last Elite Four member too, so really doesn't matter. Level cap is just about to go up to 68 after this. Florges is going to use Moonblast, and that is it for Starmie. Even with that light screen up, I'm pretty sure at +6 we destroy it. I shall store my memory of you and your Pokemon forever away within my heart. Devote yourself entirely, so even that which will fade and disappear is ingrained forever upon your heart and mind. That is the only fate for any human. You have drawn forth the strength of Pokemon with your own particular style and method, and now you can challenge the champion. Alright, this is it. We are one battle away from saying that our Pokemon Y Hardcore Deathless Nuzlocke has been officially completed. And I've got just the man for the job. I have used every Pokemon on this team except one. And it's because I was saving the best for last. The guy who I think is going to solo the champion, Nidoking, is going to be taking center stage here. We're also going to level up everybody. So at this point, the only trainer left is the champion, and their level, their ace Pokemon's level, is 68. So we're going to level everyone up to level 68. But I'm only anticipating I'm going to have to use one Pokemon for this entire fight. So let's get Lantern to 68. Charizard. Just in case something goes wrong, we want to have a backup plan. And trust me, I do. And let's put citrus berries on Lantern. Let's also put leftovers on Florges again. And I'll put citrus berry on Goodra. Oops. Let's give it. Thank you. To Goodra. Alright, let's double check all the items look right. Oh, I should take off the Wakan berry from Barbarical as well. Just in case. And then let's put or use a max, or just a regular elixir, I guess, on Florges, because it used a lot of PP. Also Lantern. Yeah, I think that's everything we really need to worry about. Let me double check the moveset. Where are we at, lad? We are almost there. We got the champion. That's the next fight. Just double checking everything. Poison Jab, Earthquake, Substitute, Hung Claws. I think that's all we need. Everyone 68. This is it. If we beat this trainer, we have become champion. We have won the game. And like I said, I anticipate that Nidoking is the only Pokemon I'm going to have to use. Alright, I'm getting raised up. Alright. Welcome at last, dear trainer. As you must know, I am the champion Diantha. Oh, but you're the child I spoke to in Lumio City and Comarine City, aren't you? Then that means that you are also the one that dear Augustine said. Of course, how could I... Oh, I must look like such a fool not to recognize you sooner. You and your Pokemon are the ones who stopped Team Flare for us all. It seems wrong of me to say this, but thank you. You saved us all. I can't wait to see what you and your Pokemon are capable of now that I know exactly what it is you've done already. Here it is. Every single thing we have trained for up to this point comes down to this. You are challenged by champion Diantha, who sends out Hawlucha. Alright. So Hawlucha has Poison Jab, X-Scissor, Flying Press, and Swords Dance. All of those moves, Nidoking resists. So we're going to go Hone Claws here. Flying Press is not going to do too much. We're going to try setting up the +2. because +2 should be all I need. It goes Swords Dance, so this next Flying Press might hit a bit harder. But we can still take it. Nidoking, use Poison Jab. Crit. That's fine. We anticipate crits. We should still be okay. Aurorus comes in. This is a Ice Rock type. It's weak to ground, so no question about it. Earthquake. Aurorus is down. In comes Tyrantrum, another Pokemon that is weak to ground. Rock Dragon, but too slow. And Nidoking is too strong. Down goes Tyrantrum. Next up is going to be Goodra. I love Goodra, but I've got to put him down. Now, I don't believe it has Gooey for its ability, but just in case, I'm going to click Earthquake. Poison Jab is technically a little bit stronger, but Earthquake should still get the job done. There you go. Goodra's down. Next up is Gourgeist, Grass Ghost type. Actually really bulky, but thankfully because of sheer force, Poison Jab does just enough damage here to take it out at +2. And the last Pokemon, her ace. We beat this one Pokemon and we win our run. It is Gardevoir. And if you don't know, this is actually going to be Mega Gardevoir. Here's the thing. In Generation 6, Megas, whenever you Mega Evolve your Pokemon, your speed tier isn't updated until the next turn. So unfortunately for Gardevoir, it's just not fast enough to outrun Nidoking. Even though Mega Gardevoir is faster, regular Gardevoir is not. And Nidoking will be able to outrun it. And Poison Jab is just too much damage. Goodbye, Gardevoir. And with that, Pokemon Y. Hardcore Deathless Nuzlocke has been officially completed. And to end it off, Nidoking gets to the perfect level 69. Look at that. Witnessing the noble spirits of you and your Pokemon in battle has really touched my heart. Nice indeed, Art. Got to do it with my boys. Look at this. I'm so choked up that it's hard to know what I should say, but I'm just so glad at this moment that I was that I was good enough to be the champion. After all, it gave me the chance to meet and battle with you and your wonderful Pokemon. Now I understand just why dear Augustine, that's Professor Sycamore to you, said he had to get everything ready for the new champion. He'll be waiting for us in Lumio City. But before I take you there, my dear Uga, would you mind coming this way with me? Alright. Let's permanently enshrine each of these Pokemon. Oh, we save the game here. Okay, usually it saves after you go up to the podium. My dear Ooga Booga, yeah. Here we are. I'm so glad to welcome you in. This grand chamber is where you enter the Kalos Region's Hall of Fame. This is where Pokemon trainers will live on forever, remembered always for giving their all in battle to the Pokemon League and for the glory and light that they shared with all. Come, Uga. Your love for your Pokemon and the way that those Pokemon gave everything they had in battle for you will record them all right here for eternity. I like how it's like every other ball is just a regular Pokeball. That's kind of nice. Hall of Fame. Nidoking co-MVP alongside Florges. Absolutely, those guys were incredible. Lantern, last second edition, helped out a lot. Charizard, very reliable towards the end game. Goodra, special wall that Floor just kind of shared the spotlight with. And Barbaracle, who just completely invalidated the Fire type Elite Four member's existence. Congratulations on becoming Pokemon League champion. Couldn't have done it without these 6 goobers on my squad. A few days later, crowds of people gathered in Lumio City to celebrate the 5 defenders of the Kalos region and to cheer for its new champion, Uga. Okay, this graphic looks kind of rough. You can clearly tell that those are like PNGs in the background. And what is that walking animation? That was a weird walking animation that I saw. That was very framey. Okay. What an amazing turnout. All these people are here to celebrate your achievements. I can't press A. I guess it's just like... I'd like to present you with the honor of Kalos for the bravery you showed. I didn't get to read all of it. Something, I think, against Team Flare. I'm so proud of you all. On behalf of the entire Kalos region, I'd like to say... Thank you. Look at us, the squad. Battle with me. Dun dun. I want to know what a trainer is. Okay, let's do it. Now, granted, this is after we become champions, so it's already officially done, but, you know, we'll count it anyway. Let's go for it. He only uses level 60 Pokemon, and all of these aren't really too crazy. Nidoking, Earthquake. Torkoal is bulky, but not bulky enough. Sigilif comes in. Let's go to Florges. Psychic. Okay. Decent amount of damage, nothing too crazy. We'll go Wish and then Calm Mind. Do what I always do with these kind of fights, just set up basically. I'll probably just go to like +4, I think that'll be plenty. Alright, that's +1. Wish heals me up to full, gotta love that. Calm Mind. Cosmic Power, it's basically matching me setup for setup. I think the last Pokemon he has is Golurk, so not really anything to worry about. That's a crit. Alright, one more Calm Mind, then I'll go Wish, and then we'll Moonblast it twice, and that'll probably take it out. With the Cosmic Powers it has, I'm sure I don't one-shot it. Alright. Honestly, I don't need the Wish. Let's just Moonblast. Let's just go for it. Nice. Took it out even with the +2. And then in comes Golurk, I believe. Yep. And Moonblast should also take that out. A +4, Floor just cannot be stopped. World-ending levels of power right now. Alright, Golurk is down. Turn that frown upside down. Thank you very much for battling with me. Now I finally feel free. Free from the part of me mired in sorrow, the part of me that built the ultimate weapon. Oh my god. Floette. It's been 3,000 years. Here comes the meme. His Pokemon was waiting all this time. Waiting for him to return to the man he was. The man who loved Pokemon with all his heart. Alright. And now for the credits. So, that was the end of the Nuzlocke. I definitely think in the early game, I don't think I played very well. I'm gonna be honest. That second gym, when I fought the trainer that had a Soul Rock, I almost lost the run right then and there. Honestly, that was really bad. I did not have a good plan for that fight at all, and it almost cost me. So that sucked. And then, of course, the rival battle and like the Tower Master, I don't think I really had a great plan for. But after the third gym, I think I kind of locked in. I think I got a pretty good run after that. I don't really think I made too many mistakes throughout the course of the playthrough. I think we did very good in planning for all the trainers, and honestly didn't really even get that lucky with the encounters. Outside of the hidden ability Nidoking and getting Florges, really a lot of the other encounters I got on routes that had like interesting Pokemon wasn't so good. We missed out on like Trapinch and Gibble from Route 13. We didn't get like Goomy earlier from Route 14. We instead got Stunfisk, which meant that I couldn't get like a normal encounter from Route 19. We did get some decent encounters late game, but honestly, they didn't really end up getting used. I thought maybe there was a chance I would use like Trevenant and Gothorita, but no. Most of the Pokemon that were like really good and used over the course of the run were like guaranteed Pokemon, like Steelix, Dragonite, you know, Charizard, Chestnut. Like those kind of guys were kind of getting subbed out constantly. I mean, even Goodra and Lantern were like guaranteed. Barbaracle was guaranteed. All the Pokemon on this left side, all of them were guaranteed except Nidoking and Florges. But regardless, I mean, it was still a solid run. I definitely think it was pretty good. It's been a while since I've done a Pokemon X and Y Deathless Nuzlocke. I think probably like 4 years was the last time I did it. And I remember it went pretty well last time I played, although I think I risked like 7 crits in the process. I usually try to write down notes of how many times like a critical hit would kill if it happened, and there was like 7 of them. So this one was a lot cleaner in that regard. There wasn't nearly as many like crit would kill moments. Probably like 1 or 2 over the course of the run. But yeah, like it was very good. And we got the Pokemon that mattered. That's the big thing. Even if we missed on a couple of encounters, we still ended up with the Pokemon that mattered the most. Why do we have lyrics for what song is playing right now? I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, even though the 6 Pokemon on the bottom left of the screen were the ones that ended up being used for that Champion and Elite Four fight, the honorable mention definitely got to go to Steelix. Probably the biggest honorable mention who didn't end up making the final cut. Just because there's not really a lot of physical attackers in the Elite Four for Kalos. Especially like the lead Pokemon, right? Because you got Pyroar, who's like mixed attacking, but Pyroar isn't really much of a physical attacker. Klefki's an all-out special attacker, Clawlitzer's an all-out special attacker, and then Dragalge's a special attacker. Hawlucha is a physical attacker, fair enough, but I don't know. So Steelix really just didn't have as much of a role because of that. But Steelix was definitely a great Pokemon throughout the whole playthrough regardless. It was very, very good. Has to be mentioned, 100%. Dragonite was good when we got it. Lapras and Gyarados put in a lot of work as well. Obviously, they're very good Pokemon regardless. But they were great for this run. Chestnut. I really wanted to use my actual main starter for the Elite Four team. Just didn't think there was a great enough place for him. Maybe I could have put him on, but I think this team was the one that I liked the most, so that's why I ended up going with this. Yeah. What other mentions do we have? I'm trying to think. There probably is someone that I'm missing. Oh, Snorlax, that's another one. Very good Pokemon over the course of the playthrough. Got subbed in and out quite often. Murkrow had its role for the Psychic type gym with Eviolite. Butterfree for like the early game was good. Even like Torkoal had a moment to shine during like the Ice type gym, although I don't really know if I used Torkoal all that much, but still it was there. It can say it was there at least. Dodrio for like the Lysander lab section for dealing with that Mian Shao. That was important. Yeah. So we ended up using like I would say we ended up using like over half of the team that we actually got over the course of the run. So had a very a very diverse like box of Pokemon that ended up getting subbed in and out quite often. Yeah, but it was good. All right, and the credits look like they're about done. I think there might be like a little cutscene after the fact, and then it'll save. Trying to wait for this to happen. Yeah, we're saving the game here. Anything else? Just Finn. Very nice. Okay. Well, that will conclude another challenge run. And next time you see me, I'll be back here on Thursday. It'll be a new game. Let me just load in really quick, so I can look at my team. My absolute goats. Definitely MVP are these two, Nidoking and Florges, and everyone else helped a lot. Couldn't have done it without them. Alright. But yeah, next time I will be streaming, we'll do another challenge run. It'll be for, not a Pokemon game, it'll be for another game entirely. Divinity Original Sin 2 is what I plan on streaming next. So it'll be a fun game. And for those of you who only wanted to stick around for the Pokemon Y Nuzlocke, I thank you for being here. You guys are always awesome. Make for a very lively chat. Always fun talking with you guys. And for those of you who want to stick around for the next challenge playthrough, I will see you all when we do that on Thursday. But regardless, thank you guys so much for watching, whether you're watching on YouTube, on Twitch, or you're watching the VOD. Thank you to Art, Nick, Doctor, Brett, who else? Root. Am I forgetting? Oh, Meepist. There we go. And Dark Mages for all being here. You guys are awesome. Fun to talk to, make for a lively chat. Thanks for the stream. It was cool to see the end of the run. Thanks for being here, Art. Very happy to have you. It's been a while since I last saw you, and I think you gave me the good luck I needed to overcome it. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.